Oh. Yes, I'm good. I'm tired, man. I'm very, very tired, but I'm doing it. Hold on, set it all up. I was having glitches yesterday, so I apologize. I'm not quite sure why they happened. I'm tired. I've got no energy because I'm dieting and got a banging headache as well. But I hope everyone's good. Ange, hope you're good. Rob Carlisle. I'm good. I've just been out for a walk today, innit? So trying to do all this healthy fucking crap. So munching strawberries. I'm not surprised, Dad, you work some long hours, you go. COVID coder. Yeah, man. What about COVID? If anyone wants to come on, just let me know. Dive on. I'll get Ange on one day as well. Ange needs to jump on the live one day. But yeah, I'm good. I've been out. I've been walking. Been to Burnley. And yeah, I'm on 17 hours today. And worked some mad hours, you know, on a level. She works for the NHS. Oh, what's kicking off outside? Jordan Deegan. Yes. I'm tired, you know. Listening to outside. Beard looks good, man. It's growing, brother. It's growing. It's really growing. But I'm rocking the homeless look right now. I'm not shaved it at all. I've not shaped it. I've not shaved it. It's just like a ginger desperate Dan, but I'm not ginger. I'm off Saturday, so I'll pop on. Yeah, Dan, 1000%, man. Be good to get you on the channel. Oh, been watching a live standoff with the police. Bro, you should, yeah. If there's still a finger, oh, it's finished. I was going to say, you should have jumped on live and shown us. Where do I walk, bro? I've just been to Burnley. Up in Burnley. Walked to something called the Ringing Singing Tree or something in Burnley with my ma. And then I've done something to my shoulder. I want to get on. Jump on, man. No problem. I don't know if you're supposed to wash strawberries. I'm not. I'm just sort of eating them. Yeah, man. If anyone wants to jump on, jump on. My number's there. I'm tired. I need to like re-energize. You know what? I should probably like schedule guests and stuff, but I don't. I just whatever happens, happens. But the thing is, that's why it's not doing big views. You know. Oh, piss off. In my bed. Hold on. Stay there. I have to have some of my green shit. Well, yeah. If someone wants to jump on, just let me know. You should probably wash them, bro. Yeah. I'll be right, bro. Some blackberries, man. Taking gym advice from Purple Aki. You'd be wise to listen. My guy. Best troll. The best, friendliest troll. Funniest troll on YouTube. Real talk. I don't know if it's supposed to wash them. I ain't got a fucking clue, man. They just don't taste very nice. had a mad night, sat with millionaires talking about the new company. That's about it. I don't know what, bro. When it comes to comments, boy, you don't know who's real and who's not, deal. But if anyone wants to jump on, my number's on the screen. Text me, WhatsApp me. I'll send you a link, and then you can jump on. I've ripped my shoulder, and I don't know how. I'm not even doing weights. It's a bit of a late one. It's probably the wrong time to jump on a live. Probably wrong time to do a live, but just sort of like whatever. I've just been watching the transfer news about Gareth Bale going back to Tottenham. Football stuff, innit? If anyone wants to jump on, I don't know what to talk to you, to be honest with you. Just someone jump on, innit? They don't really taste nice. I don't know why. Dieting is fucking boring. Like, I've actually got about 1 million peppers behind me. Someone just jump on. I don't want to talk for the sake of talking. There was someone that messaged me the other day from Germany. And there's someone that's in Holland. I've got subscribers in Canada, America. I don't know about legend, more like legend. But yeah, John, I hope you're good, my friend. I'm tired, you know. I'm not staying on a mad live tonight. I can't. You'll be lucky if you get an hour. I'm tired. But I need to start covering prison news again because there's been a white paper and it's like the usual craps. Longer in prison, blah, blah, blah. Marcus Phillips. What happened with your court case, Marcus? What happened in the court? You're supposed to eat the seeds on a finger. I don't know. Akinwale. Jono, Akinwale wants to rub you up. Like I've said, if you text the number, if you text or WhatsApp me a number, then I can send you a link and you can jump on, can't you? If no one jumps on, I'll just get off. I'm not bothered. I'm just tired. Dieting's crap, man. And my shoulder's knackered. If no one jumps on, I'll probably get an early night, go get another shower and get in bed. Right, who's this now? Who's just text me? Who's this? Hold on. Oh, I've just fucked it up. Stay there. I don't know who the kid is. No idea. What's Dan Robinson saying? Evening, Cody. Yeah, Marcus, what happened with your court case, man? I thought I saw Dan Robinson then. Yeah, I did. Should dip it in Cool Whip. Cool Whip, like we call it whipped cream here, Dan. Yeah, no, literally doing all the healthy eating, Dan. So, like the remnants are there, and to match my strawberry. Whew. I hope you're good, Danny boy. Hope everything's good. Hope Tara's well. Hope the boys are well. Hope the dog's well. Dan came on yesterday, guys. Dan's live from Swissville. Yeah. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I need to reach out to Darren and see if Darren will come on the channel, man. But someone just messaged me. I've just texted them a link and they've not followed the link, so hold on. And someone has followed the link. Hold on.
I don't know if you can hear me or not.
I've phoned you, boy. Debra, you all right?
How you doing, mate? All right. I've watched your shows quite a bit and I find them quite interesting, so I thought I'd jump on.
Welcome to the show. Whereabouts are you in London, are you?
I'm not in London. I'm from Kent, from West Kent, the Garden of England down here.
Where's that? Whereabouts in Kent?
I'm not too far away from Tunbridge in Kent. Do you remember the big robbery, when they had the big robbery there, when people they nicked all that dough? Yeah, no, it's not that one. It was another one.
Hold on, not the Brinks, mate. You're talking the Securicore fucking.
That's it. Where the geezers got in there and they took
coppers
150.
and all that.
That's it. They took quite a few million, but they left 153 million in the place. So they left that there.
Yeah. And do you know what? I think. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. Attengard and Brinksmart. Okay.
Kenny
Which
Noy and all that.
Lee Murray was involved in one, weren't he? Cage fight. They ended up in.
Yeah,
he's doing. Up abroad.
Yeah, he's doing Bird Abroad. They tried getting him back, didn't they? But I think because of his parentage, they couldn't extradite him. But I think they weighed him off with a pretty big bit of bird out there. But
I used to live in Kent, brother. I used to live in. How do you pronounce it? Erith.
Erith, yeah, I know that. Yeah, Maidstone, all around there. Chatham.
Chatham, yeah.
I've been in. I've been in it. Yeah, when I was 17. I'm 48 now. 49.
Yeah.
My first time in Nick, I was only 17, and she put me in Rochester for 2 weeks on remand. And I've got to tell you what, back in them bad old days, all they give me was a pot to piss and shit in. And she said, "In you go, son, in you go." And I thought, fucking hell, where have I landed? Do you know what I mean? I was 17. I was 17 years old. I spent my 18th birthday in Hollesley Bay. You ever heard of Hollesley Bay? Warren Hill and all that?
It's not Isle Sheppey. It's not Isle of Sheppey, is it?
No, it's in Suffolk, Hollesley Bay. They normally send all the.
Hollesley, is it Cat C or I can't.
Hollesley Bay is a cat. I don't know what it is now. It was a young offenders when I was there. Obviously, 30 odd years has passed by. I know it's still open. I think it's for lifers now that have got a little bit of bird left to do. They put them in the open just to get them used to it.
And all that. Yeah,
I think so. Yeah. Then as I progressed, as I got older, I went to Canterbury Prison.
Canterbury. Closed down now.
Yeah. It's still open, I think. But when I was in there, it was just Cat C. But back when I was young, there was no Elmley prison on the Isle of Sheppey. So there was. This was before Elmley.
Elmley's a Cat C. I think it holds about 600 people on the Isle of Sheppey.
Yeah, I've been in there. It's all bang up in there. Or it was when I was in there, but I don't mind the bang up, so it ain't too bad.
So how long you doing in jail altogether, brother?
Altogether, not loads and loads. I suppose about a year of my life. Really, more on remand. Because back in my day, they used to give you bail. There was no fucking tags or nothing like that. I wish there was. But they used to bail you and say, right, put you on a curfew. You have to like be indoors between 6 and whatever. But to be honest, I used to sneak out around my pal's house. And no old Bill ever come and knock the door. But obviously, it's different now with the tags. As soon as you walk out the door, boom, they're on you. But
bangers, man. So what did you end up inside? What was your remand for that when you were 17 for? What did you say for?
Driving on a band twice.
They remanded you for that?
Yeah, mate. This bird, the bird that sent me down, she was about 98, bruv. And she looked round at me. She said, "Mr. Homewood, you keep coming before me." And she said, "If you come before me again, I'm going to give you a short, sharp shock." And just like me, I went before her again and she remembered me. And that was it. I was off. They chucked me in this. Yeah, I got in a wagon with all kids talking like I do, and then we got out the other end up Norfolk, and they were, "Oh, Phil, what are you in for, lad?" And all of that. I thought, where the fuck have I landed down? But
you're in some farmers fucking Bill.
Yeah, like my mother's a Scouser, so I'm on the Scousers and all that. But I've been in Lincoln Prison. That's the furthest prison I've been away, and that was more full of Manx and Scousers and like a few buds from London. But I quite enjoyed it in Lincoln Prison, but it's a good vibe in there. There's no one sort of getting on top of anyone or anything like that. It's a pretty laid down vibe. But it's mainly Manx.
Your mum's a Scouser?
Yeah, my mum, she was a famous Scouser. She used to be in a group called the Vernon's Girls of Liverpool. I don't know if you've heard of them. Your granny
might be before my time.
Yeah, mate, in the 1950s that was. My dad was a sailor from Kent, so that's how he met her.
So he was in the Navy and she was like performing whatever, and then they linked up.
That's it. My dad had a Scouse mate in the Navy. My dad was in submarines, and his Scouse pal said, "Oi, Bill, do you want to come to a fucking show one night? See my cousin?" Because he had a cousin in the Vernon's Girls. Yeah. And my dad said, "Yeah, I'm up for that." They was all pissheads anyway back then, them old sailors. They fight anybody, fight themselves if there's no one else to fight. And he went and met her, and that was it. Fucking 6 months. Sort of romance, and here we are, 5 kids later, and I'm the last one, so I'm the youngest in my family.
Yeah, Angie's saying if you look on the screen there, you'll see she said, "Love hearing a Cockney."
Yeah, I can see that there. Yeah, it's quite a process getting on, isn't it? I didn't realise it was that. I thought I could just press a button like on the tube and come straight in. But
Yeah. Go on.
But it's all good though. I see that kid the other. Is it your pal, the young kid with the mask on the other night? I was watching him. I forget his name now, but he's got the right idea. Yeah, he's got the right idea. Do you know what I mean? Keeping out of trouble, keeping his head down. He asked me to take
what it is. So again, with his case, right? He went into it a little bit, but he was raped and nonced when he went into the system. He was a tearaway. And he had a good upbringing though. But his mum and dad couldn't handle him, and he was so off the trail and off the tracks. So he got nicked, and when he was in a police station, his parents said, "We can't handle him. We don't want him." So the coppers, they put him into the care system, and then he was sexually assaulted, raped, and everything like that. And bless him, he actually had the confidence, right? He hates the police, brother. This kid's been in and out of jail from young offenders up, right? And he fucking hates the police, yeah. But he actually went to the police because his head, he's gonna do it. He was in a really bad place, and he thought, I've got to speak to someone. So he dropped a statement. That's not obviously it's a wrong one. He told on the guy who nonced him, and I've got nothing but respect for the kid. Obviously, the rule book goes out the window when it's like that.
Mate, sexual stuff and that with children. I think there is no grassing rule. If someone's touching women or children, doing bad shit, that's a different rule, isn't it? Different rule than a burglar or someone else out having a few quid. And I totally agree. Yeah, he's done the right thing.
Yeah, well, do you know what? It's the best thing you've probably ever done, but it's not gone to trial yet. So he messaged me back the next day and said, "Cody, can you cut that bit out where I come on? Because what I don't want to do, I don't want to jeopardize my case." Because he
prejudiced himself, yeah.
Yeah, and it took him a lot to come on, and obviously people were like, "Why are you covering your face?" And it's because obviously,
I see them shouting at him, "Oh, get your mask off!" But I thought that's up to that fella, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? I could have wore a mask myself, but I just thought I'd come through.
That's it. Well, that's it. So where are you born and bred? You born and bred down them sides?
Yeah. I'm been born in this house I'm in now. It'll be 50 years I've been in here next year.
Serious?
Yeah, mate. I looked after my dad for 15 years, see? And when he passed away 7 years ago, I got like a big 3-bedroom house. Because we've been in it all our lives, the council said it can come down to you, Philip. So what I do now, I've got ADHD, if you know what that is. Adult ADHD.
Yeah, it's like attention whatever it's called, hyperactive deficit disorder, whatever it is.
Yeah, I've got that, but I've only been diagnosed like last Christmas. So it's answered all my questions to why I couldn't keep out of motors when I was a young, because I couldn't keep out of a car. The old magistrate used to look at me. You come again here. You're going to get it, Philip. We know what you look like now. But I still used to do it. But yeah, it's all a bit crazy. But
with the ADHD, my mum's always said to me, "You had ADHD before ADHD was a thing." Very hyperactive and stuff, and can't focus. You'll see me. I'll go on a news interview. I'll be sat there, and they're asking me something, and my brain's just fucking gone, mate. I focus for 30 seconds, and then I'm just on my own fucking trail. And it's like
that's ADHD, definitely.
Oh, mate, I can't focus on something. Like someone will say, I'll start a story. I'll jump to a second story, start a third story. Then halfway through, I won't tell you, and I'll jump back to the first story. And it's just my thought process is all over the gaff.
Yeah, it does have that effect on you. Like back when we was at school, you was either good or you was in the naughty gang, which all they did when I was at school, they used to give you a good beating when I was at primary school. When I got to secondary school, it was outlawed then, so they couldn't hit you. But what they used to like intimidating you, like getting the big ruler out, smacking it right across the room, and then saying, "Right, you're going to get it next, son." It was like intimidation tactics, really. Once they stopped beating the kids, but obviously,
was it the cane? Was it the cane?
I've had the cane. I've had a slipper. That was quite keen. My headmaster down here, and right old cunt called Mr. Rouch. I can remember him now. He's in heaven probably, or hell, one of the two.
Yeah.
He used to get this plimsoll out. He used to smack my ass with it, and that was it. But still, now I look back at them, I think was some of them getting a kick out of that? Or I'm sure some of them was. And if I could go back now to see these people, I would. But at the end of the day,
time and era, isn't it? But do you know what?
Yeah.
Like, it's gone right the other way now, where you can't slap a kid, you can't fucking, you raise your voice to him, social service on your fucking doorstep and all that, my boy.
Yeah, that's what I think where it's gone wrong a bit. There's no sort of, oh, your old man might give you a right hander, or your mum will give you a good tan when you get in. Do you know what I mean? That was a good deterrent in my day, your mother or your father, which I've got nothing against. My dad hit me. He didn't beat the bollocks out of me. Do you know what I mean? He just gave me a clout around the head. Don't do it again, son. He weren't over the top. But obviously nowadays that would be classed as assault and all sorts of things, probably.
That's the thing, man. So I used to just get the belt, man, just the fucking biggest belt buckle my stepdad could find, mate. I just coffered it. And because I was a cocky little arrogant fucker, like, they'd be like, they'd say, do you want it again? And I'd say, yeah. And then I get it again.
That's your ADHD. That is kicking in.
welts on my ass, back of my legs. But do you know what? Do you know what the weird thing is? I hated it at the time, but now I sort of appreciate it. You see what kids are like these days? They're little bastards, mate. Proper little fuckers.
Yeah, they are around my way, all out of control, I think. Back in my day, my village had one big gang that all went around together, and we used to fight other villages. Yeah. But now you got all these little gangs all in the same village, and they're all mainly because of coke and the weed and all that. They're all fighting each other for turf when really they're all pals. You know what I mean? It's proper strange.
Oh, mad over turf, and like I said, so you're in it. So what area are you in? Like, you don't have to go into specific.
I don't mind saying exactly where I am. I'm in a little village called Hadlow, which is near Tunbridge in Kent. It's a little farming community. It's all like raspberry fields, strawberries, and all that down here. So what we grow around here. My nearest town would be Tunbridge or Maidstone. Basically, I'm in between.
Tunbridge Wells.
Yeah, that Tunbridge Wells is just past Tunbridge. Yep, you got Hadlow where I am, and then you got Tunbridge, and then you got a place called Southborough, and then you got Tunbridge Wells.
Nice neck of the woods, though.
Yeah, it ain't too bad. It ain't too bad. We were getting a lot of murders and that. Well, a lot of stabbing, sad to say. There was a young boy who came down from London, coloured dude, went into a nightclub. This was about 3 months ago. Went into a nightclub in Maidstone. There was a tear up outside, and this innocent kid that weren't even involved in crime, he got killed. And it's just, when I was a young un, you'd hear about bits of stuff going off and that, but it was out of the way. Do you know what I mean? But move on 20 or 30 years, it's coming into the countryside now. All the guns from London, they're now out here. Whereas before, if you wanted a shooter, you'd have to go uptown to get one. Whereas now, you could probably get a shooter off Facebook without taking a piss. It's that easy. Do you know what I mean? Everybody's on Facebook.
You know what? I remember I did an interview a few years ago. And he was talking about inner city crime in Manchester, like in the estates and stuff like that. And I just said, you know what? I said, it's easier to get a job. I said, it's easier to get a fucking shooter in this city than it is a fucking job. It really is.
That's the problem, isn't it? Fucking, and the governments don't give a fucking flying fuck neither. The government don't. They like to say they do, but they don't really.
What are your thoughts on the politics and all that? The politicians, what do you think of them?
I've never voted Tory in my life, and nor has my father, nor has my granddad. I was a strong Labour man until that last bloke. What was his name? Really old guy. Yeah, he put me off a bit. But I suppose I'll vote for anyone as long as it ain't Tory, basically. But I live in a Tory stronghold, so no matter what we do, you got Tunbridge Wells in Kent, which is all Tory. All the richer places who've got a bit of dough, like middle class. I'm just working class. You know what I mean? I'm from the streets. But you get people out there that have been born with a silver spoon and all that, and they're on a different channel, and that's what a lot of it is in Kent. You've got the poor people voting Labour, then you've got all the rich ones with all the dough voting Conservative. We always just lose dramatically. But
must be nice. The Tory stronghold. It must be a nice area then down there.
Yeah, it ain't too bad. It's kept well.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, but I live in a sort of little farming village, which is very. Everyone knows everyone. If you get me. Like if you got.
You know what? Because I'm inquisitive as fuck. I'll have to have a look where you're at on the map. It interests me, man. I love knowing where.
Right village, Hadlow.
I'll find it. So I used to run around when I was living in Erith, right? I ended up at fucking that Dave Courtney's. He lives in Plumstead. Ended up at his. Not everyone's cup of tea. I like him. And then yeah, and then I ended up running around in New Beckenham as well with a couple of kids down there. I don't know how far that is, New Beckenham.
What, Beckenham? Yeah, that's on towards London. They're like South East London. They don't take me long to get there. I'm on the outskirts, really, of South East London. And
saying here that Hadlow is a village in the borough of Tunbridge and Malin in Kent, situated on the Medway Valley, northeast of Tunbridge and southwest of Maidstone. I'm having a look on a map here. What's that? Let me find the map. There's the map. Hold on.
How do I get the comments up on here then?
Oh, right. So I think there's a thing called chat.
Yeah,
chat
I can see that.
at the bottom of the screen. If you press chat and then it says comments, it'll cover the screen. That's cool, man. So the Hadlow Tower.
Yeah, that's it. It's a big folly. Yeah, so I sort of it was used during the war as a lookout. Massive building.
It's all fucking green down there.
Yeah, it's proper in the countryside here. I've got a good story about when all the London hot pickers, my father told me, when all the London hot pickers, all the big hard London men, my dad said, all the big hard London men used to come down for the hot picking. My dad said they used to come out the boozer, and where it's so pitch black out here and dark in the countryside, they used to walk up the middle of the road. And my old father said, "What you lot doing then, walking up the middle of the road?" And they used to say they were scared of the dark. The biggest fucking bruisers you can look at, they was.
Yeah.
Where they're from London, they weren't used to the darkness out here. So, but
I was living in the suburbs and all that concrete jungle, streetlights and stuff. But yeah, it looks fucking really, really remote and fucking looks like a low crime. There can't be much crime down there, surely.
Now, I'll tell you what, even in the countryside, there's plenty of crime going on at night. People out thieving tractors. A lot of travellers out this way as well, out thieving. Not that I'm a traveller hater. I've got traveller pals, you know what I mean? But a lot of them are thieves, if I'm honest. Obviously not saying no names, but I've got a lot of normal pals. You know what I mean? I know just as many people in houses as I do in caravans who are grown up thieving.
I get on with travellers, but like I said, I've been in prison with quite a few travellers, and I like with travellers for the most part, not all of it, because it obviously goes the other way. But with travellers, normally, if it's like they have the fair goals, they stand and fight like men. Obviously, then you've got the other times when it goes past that and it gets a bit dirty and all that. But I just like the way travellers are, man, as people. They get fucking shit and stuff, and people discriminate them, but I just like them as people, man. I think they've got good morals. Like you say, you do get the ones that graft and do bits and pieces and all that. But I remember a few years ago, there was two or three traveller men broke into the old boy's house, and the old boy fucking stabbed the kid, and the kid died, didn't he?
I've been in nick with one of them. You on about that geezer that shot the two lads?
Oh,
yeah,
Brendan.
Yeah, Brendan Fearon was the one that lived. He was a kid from. I was in Lincoln Prison with him because he was in the next cell. And I used to go in and borrow his newspapers every night after he'd finished with him. But he didn't commit the crime until I come out of Lincoln. Then it happened, kind of thing. But yeah, there was a young lad shot, wasn't there? Shot on the plot, I think he was.
Yeah, I think he got shot. Yeah, someone just put there Tony Martin.
That's it.
Tony Martin was his name. Got fucking blown out. So when was the last time you was in any bother?
I've been out of bother now for 26 years. Apart from 2 bags of weed, which I got took to the local magistrate's court, and I explained to them like I smoke weed like they might have a glass of wine at night. And she said to me, because I was looking after my father, they said, "No fine, Philip." She said, "You go home and look after your father," and that was it. All I had was court costs to pay. That was my last 2 times.
And what was it like? Just like a gram, 2 grams?
Yeah, just a bit of Percy, 3.5. You know what I mean? An eighth. Weren't like loads there. But I'll take you back to the first time I ever got nicked with cannabis, which was a bit of solid, and it was the size of a frozen pea. This was back in the bad old days when they looked at drugs a lot different than now. And the magistrate looked at me like I had fucking 5k of smack or something on me. She really did. And I had 1 joint's worth. And I got sent down for that. That was
got sent down for a little bit of pea-sized of solid?
Yeah. That was it when I got my 6 months and 3 days when I was 17. There was loads of offences, but there's mainly me two driving on a bands, which fucked it. I did have an appeal, but they brought me all the way. I had about a week left in my sentence when I was 17, 18. They brought me all the way from Suffolk down to Maidstone in Kent for me appeal. And I got out thinking all my pals and that had said goodbye because they all thought we was going home. So I give all my burnout and all that, like you do. And they took one look at me. A week later, I was back in the car driving after the first pull. She said, "You can go back and do your extra days, Philip." And I just broke down. I just thought, oh, no. But then they sent me back up there. But then I got a lot of days where I'd done a lot of remand in police stations. You get all that back, don't you? If you write to the Pit Bill station, you get a nice custody sergeant. They give you your days back. And they used to keep me in there all weekend. And all them weekends add up. So I actually got released from Holiday Bay at about 3 in the afternoon, which was quite strange. Just onward, come to the office, and I went in there. He said, "You just got all your police days back. Well, you're out now." And that was a bit of a shock to the system. But
it's all changed now with the system, with the spice and all that. And
yeah, I watched some of them spice videos and I mean, I smoke a bit of weed and that, but I wouldn't never touch that synthetic stuff. Just looks like a mind fucker, whatever it is.
Do you know what? I've seen it firsthand in prison, what it does to kids when it's not. I've seen kids spiked on it, kids taking it. I've seen kids peer pressured into it. And once it grabs them, that's it. They're fucked. As soon as it grabs them, some quicker than others, but once they're in that grip of that addiction, you can't. I had kids that I was friends with that became spice heads, just addicted to the spice in jail. And I couldn't have the kid in my pad because if I turn around to make a brew, he'd be trying to graft something from my pad. I couldn't trust the kid at all. And then he got pissed positive. He did a drug test, prison drug test. I did one as well. I don't take anything. So I pissed clean. He pissed a couple of other kids. I think there's 3 cleaners got sacked for pissing positive. I was all right. But this kid that I was mates with, the screws didn't like him. They put him on the YO wing, right, which is A1 at Forest Bank. And the kid he was grafting and stealing and he was getting terrorized. He had to go on own protection because he was going to get fucking in. There's a price on his head in the jail and all that.
What's the street sort of drug situation like up Manchester? Is it all just crack and the same as what's here?
You know what? Yeah, you got your class A's and everything, but fucking spice again amongst the homeless. I've been homeless myself, but here in Manchester, the spice has ravaged the homeless. It's cheaper and more potent than your other drugs, like your crack and your heroin and stuff. I've seen kids go from fucking crack to fucking spice, and I've seen people that are taking it all on.
Fuck that.
Just all over the gaff. And then now you've got down there, you've probably got your county lines gangs that are fucking going.
Yeah, we have.
County to county and all that, flooding the fucking area.
A lot of Essex gangs coming to Kent from Essex.
Yeah.
I suppose.
Someone just put bad with spice here in Manchester. Go on, brother, carry on.
Well, when you probably heard of them Essex boys that got shot in the Range Rovers years ago. You must know.
Yeah.
Rise of the Foot Soldier. You've probably seen them films.
Yeah, Rove.
Well, when I was a young'un, acid house parties. Obviously, Manchester, you'd know about them, the Hacienda and that. I was part of that sort of generation, the acid generation. And what we didn't realise was at all these parties, you had all them Essex gangsters that was doing the doors. I'd like taken over the doors, but obviously I was just a young, naive little raver on the acid and that back then, bit of speed and whatever, and didn't really know what was going on behind the scenes. It's only as the story progressed that I've got more into it. But yeah, I went to a few of them Essex boys clubs, Club UK in London. That was Tony Tucker did the doors on now. Loads of places.
Well, I think the Raquel's in Basildon as well, over in Essex.
Yeah, Essex is a very dangerous place. I'll tell you that now. Mainly, the majority of people I know from Essex are criminally minded people. Probably putting a bad light on Essex now, aren't I? But that's how it is. People my age have grown up, sort of thing.
Yeah, so what I was going to say to you as well, it's fucking mad over there. Like I used to, right, so there was a kid called Billy Boy Martindale, right? Now, Billy Boy Martindale, he's Lou Yates' son. Lou Yates, gangland figure back in the day. He's Lou Yates' son. I used to talk to him over Facebook. He ends up, and then one day, someone hit me up and just said, Billy Boy's dead, and he got shot dead. Hold on, can't remember if he got shot dead or stabbed to death. No, I think he got shot dead. He got shot dead in Ockenden or something in Essex, Upper Ockenden.
Oh yeah, I know South
I'm gonna have to fucking find the fucking thing that's driving me insane. I used to chat to the kid a lot. He had all tattoos on his face and all that, and a lot of people were saying like he was on borrowed time. And then the worst happened and stuff, and that was in. Let me just fucking find it. Brilliant. Man, one sec. There he is. So hold on. It was a pickaxe. It was a pickaxe that he murdered with, and it was back in 2013. Factory worker murdered wannabe Essex gangster in brutal pickaxe attack. Paul Grove was found guilty of murdering Billy Boy Martindale. And he's actually Billy Boy Martindale's dad is actually Lou Yates, the Cockney sort of Essex sort of gangster back in the day and all that. It was an absolute unit, was Lou. But yeah, I used to chat to Billy Boy, and then Billy Boy was killed. It's one of them fucking things, isn't it? But London, Essex, it's just fucking, it's bad on there, isn't it?
Yeah, knife crime now is out of control. Like in my day, there weren't a lot of people carrying. We didn't carry weapons. If the worst comes to the worst, somebody might pick up a bit of 2B4 if it got a bit lively. But then obviously the blades come about, and anybody can carry a blade, can't they? Just like anybody can pick up a gun. It takes more of a man to put down your weapons and have a proper one-on-one sort of thing without no weapons, and then just shake your hands at the end of it. All right, mate, you beat me. See you later. Do you know what I mean? But it don't work like that no more. Sadly.
And then Nicola's just saying here, she's in Scotland. She's saying everywhere is bad with drugs. Scotland, I know Scotland has got a massive problem with drugs and addictions and things like that. Not stereotyping Scottish people. I'm just saying there is definitely a problem with drugs. There's a problem everywhere, like she said, but I know Scotland has had its issues. I used to have a guy, subscriber, and he used to drink a lot. Right? And what he did was he used to ring me pissed up. He rang me because he wanted to brew hooch, right? You know, Jay.
Yeah.
Like, Cody, I can't keep affording the fucking proper stuff from the shop, so I want to make some fucking home brew, right? Like, so I told him how to make. I told him how to make it. I was like, yeah. And then what he used to do, I won't name the kid, right? But he used to ring me every day, right? 13, 14, 15 times a day, leaving me fucking like rants. But he was talking to himself. Oh yeah. How are you? I'm all right. How are you? I'm all right. And I had to block his number, man, because it was too much, man. He fucking drove me insane, the guy.
Sounds really live wire.
Hey, proper, man. But this is the thing, when you've got your number out there, people can just hit you up. But you know what, mate? 9 times out of 10, they're just nice people, and everyone's got a story. I don't want people coming in, oh, yeah, so my name's fucking Bartholomew, and I was born into middle class. I'm not asked about them fucking
dudes. Yeah.
Like, just like real people, man.
Yeah. People from the street.
What's life down there? Go on.
No, carry on. What was you saying?
I was going to say, so the house, you didn't inherit the house. The house was the council, and then they let you stay there after your dad's passed.
Yeah, basically I'm the new tenant of it. And I've got my mum and dad's right to buy, which goes right back for years. Not that I've got any money to fucking buy it. Do you know what I mean? I'm just on my benefits, but
yeah.
I paid me bedroom tax, which is 50 quid a week for 2 extra rooms, but they've offered me.
Oh, you have to pay 2 extra rooms?
Yeah, I got 2 extra rooms, but the housing, obviously, because my dad died 7 years ago, they ain't getting on top of me. They said you can stay there forever, Phil, if you want. But what I've said to them is once I get on the ADHD medication, which I've got another 6 months to wait till I see the specialist, then I might consider moving because they're going to give me about $3,000 to downsize, plus move everything for me, give me a new bungalow. So I'm going to go down that route. So I'll end up with a new bungalow plus $3,000 in my pocket. That's for giving them the house back.
The thing is, though, as well, it's like you've got to weigh up, like, because you're going to keep paying this fucking 50 quid a week, right?
Yeah,
£200 a month, £200 a month, that. But the thing is, you've got all your memories in that house of your mum and your dad. And
see, my mother died when I was 10. See, I was just a little boy when my mum died. So wow. I can see what you're saying now. I'm feeling that totally. That's a lot that plays on my mind. Only the fact that I've been here all my life, and I think, well, I'm 50 next year. You know what I mean? I might have another 35 years left, so I just fucking sit here, or I still can't make my mind up if the truth be told. I'm always in two
The thing
minds.
is, if you go to the council, there's a form called discretionary housing payment, DHP.
Yeah, I've had some of them. Yeah. Yeah, I've had thousands of pounds worth of them. They've giving me them now. They said you've had too many, Phil. You've got to sort it out yourself. But I just pay the money.
How long ago did your old man pass, if you don't mind me asking?
No, I don't mind. That was 7 years ago in September.
Like dead tight with him, close, cared for him and all that, didn't you?
Yeah, I was basically, me and my dad, all my other siblings all flew the nest, had kids and flew off. Do you know what I mean? But where I had my ADHD, I was always a bit lively. Out of all of the kids, you would have said me and my dad got on the worst when we was younger. We used to fight like Bruno and Tyson. But as soon as he got to a pensionable age and he was an old man, I said to my father, I said, look, I can't fucking argue with you no more, boy. I said, you've done fucking wrong to me, just like I've done wrong to you. And we both put our hearts on the table and went, well, that's it then. We'll get on from now on, and that's how it went. But now he's gone. I do miss the old boy. Do you know what I mean? But
lively cadets off, feisty guy.
Oh yeah, definitely. He'd like to shot a rum at dinner time, and he'd tell me Navy stories about how they'd get down Chatham. They'd look around for other people to have a fight with, and if there wasn't no other people about, they'd think, right, we'll fight our mates. They'll fight each other. So all the sailors was just fighting each other. They'd fight anybody.
But, I think it was, like you said, back in the days, I think the Navy and the Army and all that was fucking and fighting. Fucking and fighting and drinking.
I said to my dad, I bet you had a woman in every port, and he just laughed at me. But fucking, I don't know.
How old was you when he passed?
How old was I?
No, your dad. How old was your dad?
He was 78. Which is the average age. Yeah, he had oral cancer on his tongue, believe it or not. He had a new tongue built, but then he went for the radiotherapy, and he come out of the radiotherapy. It looked like he come out of a fucking tumble dryer. And the next day, he looked me in the eyes, and I could see he didn't want to go no more. And he said, I don't want to do that no more. And I said, well, my sisters are not going to like me for not taking you. I said, I'll give you 10 minutes to think, Dad. I said, but you do realise the next stop is the cemetery. And he was aware of that. And I went in there. I said, at the end of the day, Dad, I can't force you to do nothing. So what I'm going to do is do exactly what you want me to do. So that's what I did. I had the NHS nurses and end-of-life care staff coming in my house training me what to do. Because if your parent wants to die at home, there is people that will come out and train you to do that. Obviously, if you're not competent enough to do it, they'll put him in hospice. But my dad said the last place he wanted was an hospice. So, but I found.
Do you know what? The one thing I've learned, right, is example. My granddad's like he's getting. I think he's nearly 90, and he refuses to no mobility scooter, no walking stick. Right, he lives. He's got a flat in like they've got like these emergency pull cords, but he lives in a flat, and it's like there's like a games room and stuff, but it's not a home as such. It's his own flat. He owns it. And if he goes out his front door, he can go into the TV room and socialise. But he's very independent, and I think as men we have this weird thing where they'd rather struggle walking than get a mobility scooter or a walking stick or something.
Definitely true. They're very proud. These old people, very proud and very stubborn. In fact, but you can't knock them for that. Look what they've been through, and then look what we've been through. It's nothing in comparison, really. But
I don't think they don't make them like that anymore. Do you know what I mean? It's a different. The era of this now, the generation.
Yeah, they were the old school breed. I think it's a shame it doesn't go back that way, but I can't see it. It's just going to get worse now. The police have lost control. I think the government have lost control. Well, they certainly have around my way. You don't see it. You can have a fight out the front here. You won't see old Bill. Just that
how far's the nearest cop shop? They got like a little police station.
They got we used to have a little police station with like a fucking Doctor Who box, one of them blue boxes outside in my little village. It was in the 70s.
Bring them through and all that.
Yeah, but now we've just got Tunbridge police station, but that shuts at 7, but it's still lively in there. Do you know what I mean? That's where they'll take you. If you got nicked tonight, like here, they'll take you to Tunbridge cells, and then you go to Sevenoaks magistrates from there. Yeah, it used to be a Victorian police station when I was back when I used to get in there every week. My dad used to say it's my second home.
So where are your brothers and sisters at? Where are they all at? You said they moved on.
Yeah, I don't talk because my brothers and sisters never helped me with my dad.
Yeah.
I don't talk to them, but I've got two sisters in this village that I'm in now, and I've got another brother in Surrey and another brother in Kent. But I don't talk to any of them. I think where I had such a strong bond with my dad, I just blown them out the window. I ain't spoke to them for 10 years. But
Take it to the grave. Take it to the grave, sort of thing.
I think I will. I was the only one of my dad's kids that was ever really openly honest with him, I think, because I'm the youngest and I had ADHD. I used to spurt back things at him, so he knew what I was doing. When I was first going out, well, they weren't called raves back in my day. That word was fucking unheard of. It was just an acid party in that warehouse there, or they used to just bust open the warehouses, get in there with a generator, the decks, kick it all up. That's it. That's what we used to do. And fucking, I used to tell my dad, yeah, I've been out here. There's no booze there. He used to sit there looking at me, and I used to be wide awake. And he used to know, he knew I was on stuff, but at the end of the day, he knew I was with my pals, so it was all right. Fucking, because it was quite scary in them days, being like 16, 17, going up into London. Like fucking, you're from the countryside, and then you're in fucking all these. That's the first time I really see blacks and whites, you know, getting along. It's the same as the football hooliganism problem. It was the rave scene that took that away and diminished that. But I felt that quite strange. The first time I ever see blacks and whites getting along, dancing. There probably was a bit of grief if you went looking for it, or you had a few pills you want to do or whatever. But we used to just get in there, get a couple of good pills, and that was it. We was dancing all night and just right happy vibe. But
with the pills and stuff like that, like people, I've never taken pills, right? I've sold them, with them on and all that shit, right? But the pills back in the day, they were like 15, 20 pound a fucking pill.
That's
like,
it.
Now you're getting them like for a quid each or 3 for a £5 or something now, like proper mashed up.
Yeah, the pills from years ago used to put me and my pals on the carpet. We used to be rushing our tits off, but to get that effect now, I'd probably need quite a few of them, I would imagine. But I've not done ecstasy for years. But that's how it all started. I can remember when my pal got back from a nightclub with the first ever ecstasy. He walked in, he said, I've just done half an E. We was all tripping. I said, what the fuck's an E, man? And he's pulled out a bag. He said, here, it's a quarter of an E. And I've gone, oh, what's that going to do to me? I said, ain't going to fuck me right up, is it? He said, you're already tripping your nut off, Phil. Anyway, I did this half an E on this acid, and it was a real nice feeling come over me. I thought I was going to get paranoid on this acid, but it didn't. Quite enjoyed it, and here we are, fucking.
You can see the smile on your face because you're reliving them fucking mad moments back in the day.
Yeah, mate, it was all about the music for me. I loved the music. I like meeting people. A lot of my pals, we used to get in these raves and they used to stay in their little gangs. But where I got my ADHD, I suppose I was a bit braver. I used to go wandering off, chatting to all these Manx, Scousers, fucking people from everywhere. I'll tell you what, they were sweet as. I've never had an issue with anyone. To be honest with you.
Someone just put here, used to love an E, used to chill you right out, man.
Yeah, mate, you ain't wrong. Them M25s and them snowballs and the pink Callies and the doves, the proper love doves that were about years ago. They were the days. Cool. I can remember people selling them, right, at top price, 25s, mate, in the village. 25s at one point.
For a pill?
Yeah, mate. I can remember when it was it 15 quid for a 8 for fucking squidgy puff. Fucking, but now it's all weed, and it's super skunk, and I think that's weird how that all changed. Like 1 minute, everyone's on the norm. Back in my day, you could only get a bit of Thai weed. That's the only kind of weed that would really be around the village. Is Thai weed. Yeah. Then it all changed.
Thai weed? I've never heard of Thai weed.
Oh, Thai weed. It's basically got a tie around it, and it's pretty seedy. Someone else would probably know Thai weed, but compared to the modern day skunks and fucking super stuff, it doesn't really do a lot.
You still get solid down there?
A couple of my pals can, if you put an order in. Yeah, I could walk round an house now and grab weed till my heart's content, but to get a bit of solid, you'd need to see the man. So I want this for next week, and he'd get you it next week. That's still out there.
I enjoyed the solid. The solid used to be the one, but everyone now. I used to love that fucking smell when you see someone like crumbling it down and all that, and the fucking smell. I used to love the smell, right? with
I used to
all
like
this stuff.
squidgy black, mate. Squidgy black, lovely. Roll it out in your hands. Fucking,
Look,
my
everyone's
dad's,
commenting.
yeah, my father used to go, "What the fuck are you smoking there, boy?" Fucking, my dad was all right though. So.
Yeah, do you know what though? There's that many different fucking variants now with the skunk and stuff, and caution, cookie dough, star dog. Everyone's going on about this fucking Cali stuff and all this. It just seems to be getting more potent. Do you think they should obviously I know your answer to this. Should they decriminalise the weed?
I think weed should be legal to smoke, controlled obviously, at 16. And I think for medical purposes, weed is legal now in certain forms for medical purposes. But I do believe, and even the policeman that nicked me about 5 years ago for that eighth, even he said to me, he said, "I'll tell you what, Phil," he said, "within 10 years, so I say another 5 years," he said, "that won't be an offence." And it's gone from round here. They used to bust you if you was growing one plant in a room. That was it. You was fucking growing. That was it. But it's changed now. I think you're allowed 7 or 8 plants, and for Percy to be growing before they'll even open your door. So attitudes are changing.
They definitely do seem to overlook it now. Where back in the day it was like, because then I remember when it went to the case, it was like, right, rather than getting arrested, you get a street caution. If you got 3, then you'd be charged and all this bullshit. And it's just one of them fucking things, man. And I remember when my mate, when they was doing that 2 or 3 strike thing before you get nicked, my mate got caught with a bit. And coppers coming up the road, so he passed it me. We was well known to the old bill. And he said, "Yeah, grab that." So I grabbed it. Sure enough, stop and fucking search. I caught for it. Just Just he said me for the first time, weren't it? He would have actually got nicked. So I just took just a little minor fucking slap on the wrist, man. But with the drugs and stuff, like, so what have you tried drugs wise back in the day? Just the pills and trips and the acid.
I've done speed, I've done ecstasy, I've done coke. I've not taken heroin in its pure form because I'm not into skag. I'm more of a up dancing man all night, and obviously if you're doing a load of skag, you're gonna be on the deck all night. I've had pills that have been laced with skag, which were a bit more smong you out a bit more sort of thing. That's basically all I've done. Just really party drugs. Do you know what I mean? Just never really been into injecting myself or nothing like that. Just ecstasy, whatever got me up for the party.
So where were you raving? Then you'd have to go up the city. There's nowhere near you, like Maidstone or whatever. You'd have to go up to London.
Yeah. Or in the early days, you'd go around the M25. You'd just get on the M25, a big road that goes right around London, basically covers Essex. They used to have them in fields up there. And my mate Ivan used to get a phone call. It's here. You used to get rough fucking directions where it was. We would even drive about, just stop the car, wind down the window. Right, where's the fucking music? You'd hear the music pumping, and that was it. You park your car up, just walk through the fields and head to the music.
Just fucking out.
You just walk up and join in. There was no fucking who are you? Do you know what I mean? Where are you from? It was just walk up and everyone's shaking each other's hands. It was like shit I'd never seen before. Do you know what I mean? I was used to growing up in the 70s and 80s, skinheads and fucking punk rockers fighting and all sorts. And I've got to like
mods and rockers and all that.
Yeah, I was a little skinhead when I was fucking 5 or 6. You was a skinhead or a punk, I think, when I was a kid. So I thought, fuck it, I'll be a skinhead. Little rude
with
boy.
The pills and stuff, everyone says it just like you want to love everyone and hug everyone and just dance your tits off.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, it makes you very friendly. That's why when I used to do them, I used to wander off from my pals and then just meet new people, bring them back to my group. So, oh, this is fucking Bob. I've just met him up there. He's from wherever. Whereas some of my other pals were just still all in the group, like didn't speak to no one all night. A bit paranoid, but I think because of the life I've grown up, young offenders and all that, I don't give a fuck. I mean, once you've been in the system and you've been thrown in with a fucking group of people you don't know, it don't really affect you thereafter because you've done it before. Like if you can do that in a jail, which is a very volatile fucking place to walk in on your first go, you can go anywhere and do anything. That's what I think anyway.
Did you ever have any bad trips?
Bad trips, right? No, I've seen people have bad trips. I've started to go into a bad one, but then I've pulled myself out of it. Sort of thing. But sometimes especially on that acid, God, you can really lose your mind on that. But As long as you do the right amounts, you know what I mean. Some of my pals, me, I just do the right amounts, just so I was lovely, feeling in a nice mood, could still talk and all that. A lot of my pals, by the end of the night, were just fucking dribbling at me, and I was just like trying to decipher what they're saying. I'm like, "You're having a good one, bruv," and he's put his thumb up, and I thought, "Yeah, he's all right."
Just dribbling and
Yeah. See, with the ADHD, it brings you alive when you do drugs, and we used to come out the raves and go back to my mate's flat for like the come down party, where my mate had his 1210s. We used to play a few records, get on the bongs and all that. And we used to get there and they was all half asleep, dribbling, talking fucking mishmash, and I was running around like I'm still alive. And my doctor says that's due to the ADHD, where they didn't have it and I did have it. So the drugs affect my brain a bit different.
Because the chemical imbalance in your brain, and then when you take an illicit drug, it's gonna affect you differently to someone that hasn't got ADHD.
It's dopamine. It is. That's what I'm lacking. Dopamine in the front of the brain. And the only other way that you're going to get dopamine is through risky situations and making bad choices. If anyone's ever gone throughout their whole life, if you're out there now and you're 20 or 30, and throughout your whole life you've gone round in a fucking vicious circle, just failing in life, go and get an ADHD check. Because believe me, once you know you've got ADHD, it's like some fuckers turned on the spotlights, bruv. It's boom, you're back alive again.
What's the medication? What you on medication wise?
Oh, at the minute, before I see the specialist, because it's only the specialist that can give out the medication. But at the minute, I'm self-medicating with weed, and I take lorazepam, which is a benzodiazepine. That's all prescribed from my doctors. But after I've seen the specialist, they put you on methylphenidate or amphetamine. So it's actually speed-based. Because I said to my doctor, I'm having a hard time getting my head around the fact that you're going to be giving me speed. And I used to go out and abuse it when I was a young'un. And you're giving it to kids and that. I had a hard time getting my head around that. But my doctor's assured me it's all good. So I've just got to sit and wait in the queue. It's an 18-month waiting queue down in the southeast. But
when you get it, once you get it, though, then get your application in for PIP, man.
I already get PIP, bruv. I've already get picked because I've got depression and anxiety. I went for one of their medicals, and they give me 0 on the mobility, but I got full rate on the care component. So I get about 90 quid a week extra on that PIP, and I'm on ESA as well. On ESA, you're either in the support group, which is if you're classed as having a severe disability. Mine's like invisible. Do you know what I mean? If I was to speak to someone, they wouldn't know I was disabled in any way. They'd probably think, oh, he talks quite fast. But yeah, I'm on all the right benefits. But it was a right fucking mission. All them doctors you have to see, and fucking, it is a right mission. But I've got a very good doctor, you see, that I get on very well with. So I sometimes munch my lorazepam because they're quite nice. They mellow you out. It's like having fucking 10 joints and just having a pill. But I munch them a bit too much. Do you know what I mean? But my doctor's quite good. He'd give me extra ones. But I'm hoping to come off all of that as soon as I get to London to see a specialist.
Are there any mushrooms?
Magic mushrooms? Cool. Our village is smothered in magic mushrooms. They're good for depression, apparently.
Reprogrammed the brain, apparently, done it?
Yeah, they've been doing studies on them, haven't they?
I believe so, yeah.
Psychedelic mushrooms. Literally, go from my house, within 5 minutes, you're in a sheep's field. It's full of mushrooms. We're literally in the countryside here. I can walk out of my house, walk round the corner, and that's it. It's all just countryside.
Clint that commented saying, I don't think there's a drug that I haven't taken that's out
there. One that he hasn't taken. Hang on, let me get on the chat.
I'll put it on the screen, that one.
Yeah, I'm just reading the other one.
Yeah. Look, mushrooms are a nice, clean trip.
Is there anybody else on here from my area then, or are we all Northerners and Midlanders? I don't know. Here?
I know that Clint's in Shrewsbury. I don't know where Davy Kavanagh's from. I don't know where Finn's from. There's a girl down in Slough. I think that's more Windsor, like Slough, sort of Berkshire.
Windsor. Got
Martin Wilkinson, he was on last night. He lived in Liverpool, lived in Blackburn, but he's back up in Carlisle. North Yorkshire, Midlands, Derby, London, Maria C. She's somewhere in London. You have to narrow it down. It's a big place. Someone's put West. North East.
North East, yeah.
Hold on. Yeah. But no, so with Clint, so Clint was an addict for a long time, and class A's and all that, with the brown and the white and everything. And he had a trip, and it was a bad trip. I think I remember the story correctly. So he'd been eating bourbons, chocolate bourbon biscuits.
Yeah, yeah.
He'd been eating them a few days before, and he ends up on a bad trip, yeah. And he's running, I think from what he said, he was running through fucking Shrewsbury, right? Imagining tripping, thinking that a giant fucking bourbon, a 7 foot, 8 foot, 10 foot giant bourbon with shoes and a hat on, is chasing him through the centre of Shrewsbury. He's giving it fucking legs, like looking over his shoulder, thinking, fucking gonna eat me. You've ate all my, this bourbon, you've ate all my kids. Right? And he's fucking giving it legs and all that. And he said people were probably walking past thinking, what the fuck is this guy doing? Nothing chasing him.
Craziness. It does put you in, I'll tell you what, that acid though, your mind can handle a certain amount. It's such a small, then you're over the top, then you're just out there. You're out there to go into a bad one, a good one. But it's good if you do it with a group of pals, really. I wouldn't do acid on your own. I wouldn't, that'd really mind fuck you on your own. But we used to do it with 4 or 5 of our pals. My mate's mum used to work nights, see. So as soon as she went at 8 o'clock, we had my pal's house every night. So we just go around there the weekends, sit in there, fucking. Well, we started off on speed. And then went to LSD. Obviously, the cannabis was in there from the start, and then the ecstasy come out. And then I really, if I was to go out now, I might have a little bit of this or a bit of something just to get in the mood if I'm with my pals. Do you know what I mean? Because they'll all be doing it, and I feel like the odd one out. Because I don't drink. You see, I don't drink beer. It brings me down.
Alcohol's a natural depressant, though, isn't it?
Yeah, big time. I've seen so many of my pals go to the ground just because of drink, lose their families, their kids, everything.
So, Phil, Clint's just put on the screen. It was a 6 foot bourbon biscuit with a knife and a pair of Doc Martens. Chasing him through Shrewsbury.
Sounds like you've had too many purple lums, bruv, or too many microdots. One out of 2, man.
Yeah, man. Do you know what? He's a chill guy, man. He'd been in prison as well. Again, shit starting life. Foster parents were teachers. He goes down, starts to get involved with crime and stuff and taking the drugs. His brother, I hope he doesn't mind me saying, sadly and tragically took his own life. God bless him. And Clint just went on just this fucking mad journey of criminality, prison, drugs, just a vicious cycle. And then I believe he said in December of 2013, he just came out of prison, and that was him. He was just clean, and he's never looked back.
Yeah, I think once you've decided in your head that you've only got one way to go, basically. Yeah. It's like me in the path. I've given up the weed a couple of times. I thought I was going to see the specialist, because once I get to the specialist medication, I'm going to knock all the other rest on the head and just stick to my proper medication. But until then, I just live on a diet of weed and lorazepam, which isn't really good. But my doctor said, if I don't take the lorazepam, I'm too hyperactive, and I'm like running around. It's just ridiculous. Very strange disorder, ADHD.
What are the side effects of what's it called? Lorazepam, whatever it's called.
Lorazepam,
it
can be loads. Like on any medicine, you'll get can make you vomit, this, that, and the other. You're only supposed to use it for about 3 or 4 days at a time because it's so potent. I'm quite physically fit. I do a lot of cycling and boxing. I do all that. My doctor knows that I'm quite physically fit. Every time I arrive there, I'm arriving there on my push bike. Do you know what I mean? In normal cycling gear. If I was like looking like one of the regulars from around here, I doubt he'd give them to me. But my doctor's pretty good. He knows I'm not going to kill myself or nothing. Do you know what I mean? He knows I've seen the light at the end of the tunnel, which was ADHD. Before he even suggested ADHD, I had no idea. My doctor turned around to me one day. He said, "You're too fucking moody, Phil." I said, "Oh, all right." I said, "Am I?" I said, "Tell me something I didn't know." I said, "I've been moody all my life." He said, "There's got to be a reason for that." And he said, "Take this ADHD form home and fill this questionnaire out." So I did, and I maxed it right out. So then I've moved on to the next section, which is your local NHS, because some people don't get no out. But because I've been to jail, been a young offenders, done the whole system, It's still affecting my life today. That's why they're prepared to help me. I believe, like back in my day when I was 17 on probation and that, there wasn't even mental health. You was just, if you couldn't stop doing something, like mine was driving cars without a license, I couldn't keep out my car. My old probation officer said, yeah, you got to stop doing it. I said, well, I can't just stop doing it. But back then there was no mental health. There was no, this would have been 7 years after I'd lost my mum. So there was not even the thinking there, hang on a minute, he lost his mum 7 years ago. That's why he's gone off the rails. There was none of that logical thinking there that's there today. But I think the amount of kids now, though, that need outweighs the service. That's why people are going to pot, because there's too many people out there suffering in the queues, being told, well, we've got no one to see you yet, because the demand, especially during this COVID situation, the mental health services have near on deteriorated around my way.
Robert Lee just said here, my daughter has ADHD.
Yeah, girls get it. It's more of a chance that boys get it, and you get it from your father. But I know plenty of girls that have got it. Now I look back at other kids that I was in school with, who was kind of hilarious like me. I used to get in a lot of fights and that. But I weren't just picking on people or anything like that. I used to fight the bullies, really, because I knew it was an easy fight, because you know they wanted to fight. Not that I was really into fighting. It was just my ADHD. Mate, when they come up to me and try bullying me, whereas the other kids might just go, all right, pal, and walk off, I couldn't say, all right, pal, and walk off. I was like, well, fuck you. I ain't listening to you. And that used to get me in trouble.
The one thing, right, with ADHD, and I've never been diagnosed with it. People are always, you've got symptoms, I think you've got this, I think you've got all the usual stuff. People slapping labels on me, rightly or wrongly. Yeah. And with ADHD, the one thing that, I might have it, but the one thing that I like, people with ADHD that I've come across, or in my experience, are fearless. They don't perceive threats or whatever. They just sort of go forward, and they don't sort of, I don't know. Nicola in Scotland just asked, can you still get acid? I think she's talking hypothetically.
Yep, I can still get acid, but it might take 2 or 3 weeks to get my hands on it now. Ain't like the old days. Friday night, your man was out, boom, Trips was out. We used to have one pub called the Star and Garter in Tunbridge. It's not there anymore. There used to be a geezer in there, and we used to call him the caveman because he looked like a fucking caveman. And fucking he used to have all the good trips. So we used to get a bus into town, into this pub, see the caveman, get our acid for £5. By the time we got back into our village, we was already tripping. So, but yeah, it's not as out there as it was.
Someone just put here, respect all your cast code there. Also honest, real people with real lives, 1000%.
Well, that's why I watched quite a few of these podcasts. Who are them three scouse criminals? You got that kickboxing guy, ain't you? The hard nut, Frenchie.
Oh, Frenchie, yeah.
Yeah, you got him. You got that Darren, ain't you? He keeps disappearing now. Darren, what's his name?
Darren G.
Yeah, put your knife down and all that campaign. Then you got that other. And I've watched these geezers, right? And I've got a bit of Scouse blood, and I've got a bit of nous about me. And Frenchie comes across all right. That other one comes across all right. But who's that one that's in Nick at the minute? That's fucking
Sam Walker.
Yeah, Sam Walker. I've watched his videos. I've interacted with the geezer. No, so I've got to put the saying about him. That ain't right. I don't know what. I ain't going to sit on here and call him this, that, and the other because I don't know fucking jack shit. Do you know what I mean? I'm down in Kent. But all I can say is that he comes across a lot different. Like, I don't know whether he's got a plan or what it is. And I don't understand how he gets in one jail, gets his phone. And this is where Darren G says, this is a Darren G statement. Darren G says he'll only get the phone out because he wants to move. So what he'd do is get on. Obviously, if you get on a blower, they're going to know you're on Facebook, aren't they? At some point, it's going to come back through the system, I think.
Yeah, and
he's like I said, in there now, isn't he?
I think he's due out soon. I think he's due out very, very soon. I don't know the kid personally. I've heard rumours that other people have heard, but I personally don't know the kid. But I know he's got beef with Darren. And he's got beef. He's had beef with Frenchie and he's had beef with Darren.
Didn't he drive down to London once in one of his posh cars? looking for Frenchie, didn't he? I think.
Yeah, I think he was in Hillingdon, weren't he? But Frenchie,
I think Frenchie's a dangerous man, mate. The skills that he's learned, he don't lose that, and he's still a lump. He's not unfit, is he? So even one of these young guns, up and comers, 50-50. I'm 50-50. I think I'll come out worse with Frenchie, believe it or not.
British European and 2-time world kickboxing champion.
He put you on your back, bruv, wouldn't he? He put you on your back before you fucking said boo to him. I think.
There's videos on the channel where I did me and Frenchie did some TV work. I got some TV gig and I put Frenchie onto it. And Frenchie came up from London where he was living with his now ex-missus, and we did a TV gig. And then I just said to him, could some of my subscribers, like, I wrote down some questions, could I ask them to you for things? He's like, yeah, man, do it, lad. So I asked him a load of questions. This was when I had only a few thousand subscribers though, so there wasn't loads of questions, but they ranged in massively. But I've got love for Frenchie, man. So after all the TV gigs, I was asked to do security at a funeral for 4 kids that were murdered in an arson attack by 4 cowards, right? The mother also died 18 months later. A 15-year-old Demi, an 8-year-old Brandon, 7-year-old Lacey, 2-year-old baby Leo, and the mother was left. The babies all died. The mother was left fighting for her life. 2 weeks to the day, Phil, to Christmas Day, so 11th of December 2017. Can imagine it. Tree in the corner, presents under the tree, and these cowards, scumbag coward bastards, petrol bomb the house, brother. One was a Budweiser bottle stuffed with petrol and toilet roll, Molotov cocktail, bam. That was a little impact. The second one was a much larger wine bottle, filled to the brim, toilet tissue, bam. And the house went up, brother, and they had no chance. And the mother, Michelle, God bless her soul, she survived. I think it's 20 months after the funeral. After the fire, she lasted 20 months with 73 degrees, 75 degree burns before she succumbed to her injuries. And I was asked, because I was in prison with a father of 4 of her 6 kids, I was asked to do security at the funeral. I was part of the fundraising, and I reached out to Frenchie, and Frenchie said, listen, he said, I'll come up at my own cost on the train, and we'll do whatever the family want us to do. So we walked with the family, with the procession, jumped onto the security of the church, and then afterwards we jumped onto the wake. If you didn't have a wristband, you wasn't getting in. It's as simple as that. And then I just held respect for Frenchie there, because he didn't have to do it. He could have said that I'm busy or I can't, but it was nice. It was like, you know what? He was a geezer.
He's a good man, definitely.
I've got looking. Do you know what? Have you come across Q on the channel, Phil?
I might have seen him. I'm always on here watching.
The big Asian lad. Used to be addicted to the Class A's and stuff. Used to be a dealer as well.
Oh yeah. I think I know who you're on about.
Right, he's asked if he can jump on with us, if you're all right with that.
I'm sweet with anything, bruv. Yeah. I didn't even know you could get more on here.
I can get 10 people on now. 10, yeah. 10. Give me 1 second, brother. 1 second. This guy is lovely, man. He got jumped recently by 2 fucking bastards. He lives in Hawley. Hold on, stay there. I don't know if you can see me or if I've gone sideways or whatever. 1 sec. There we go. So yeah. So this guy Clint, right? So what's happened now? Away from the channel, Phil. So there was a guy that came on the other day. This kid lives in Pontefract and he's addicted to Class A's, right? So this guy Clint's he's a recovering. Like I said, he was addicted to Class A's. Came away 7 years ago. I don't think he's relapsed. I'm not sure, but he's been giving support to this guy. Came on the channel the other day, and just crazy, brother. Just about supporting each other, and we've all lived hard lives, and some people need help at more times than others, and just about picking each other up and boosting each other up. Right, this is Q now.
Good, yeah.
Here's Q.
All right, here we go.
What's going on, my people?
Hello, mate. How you doing?
I'm all good, man. What's going on, my brother? Clint.
It's all working, look.
Yeah, can you guys see me, yeah?
Yeah, mate, it's all good.
Listen, I'm sorry to jump on the live like this, Cody, yeah?
Right, man.
I've had loads going on. But we'll talk about that later. I've got some good news, mate.
Well,
I was just on the phone with my pal Rambo from the block in Wormwood Scrubs. Yeah. and I just got a really good idea. And I thought, you know what? He's got a lot of shit going on. He wants to talk about. There's a lot of things going on in there. He's a mad guy anyway. He's doing like 15 odd years or whatever. But anyway, I was like, tomorrow, I said, we're going to go live. You're going to be on speaker. You're going to be chatting with Cody and all of the people on YouTube, man. What do you think about that?
Well, do it, bro.
Can I get him on?
Brother, you know this. 1000%.
I know, and I thought that would be something that, you know, it's all about the platform and giving people the...
Yeah, man. We won't give his identity away, brother, because I don't want him getting fucking spun or whatever, but yeah, man.
No. He's calling from the prison phone.
All right,
yeah, it's a legal call, bro. This guy's... I'm sorry, I'm excited. I'm just like, I've just got off the phone with him, and I'm thinking, wow.
What's Phil saying?
So like, his number, my phone... Oh, sorry.
No, you're right. So what it sounds like he's going to do is put him on loudspeaker because he's allowed to ring him. If you get me?
Yeah, I've got him on my phone. So you know me, I stay connected, man. So yeah, I get calls from the block every day. But yeah, so tomorrow we'll put him live. He does have some mental health issues, like so he can go off on a rant and all of that. But I spoke to him. I said, listen, when you chat, we'll try to, you know, stay calm and collective and. Because he's cool. The guy's mad. I want to tell you some funny stories about Rambo. Is just nuts. When we were in the segregation, so I was in the segregation unit in Scrubs, and his cell was right across from mine, and he had the flap that slides down like this, so he was actually open, you know, like a med hatch.
Yeah.
No one else had that, so he was at the door all day, just entertaining us. He half the time he's talking sense, and then he'll be telling a story, and next thing you know, he's talking about the lizards and the queen, and do you know what I mean? The queen is a lizard, reptilian. He just goes on mad ones, but he's a lovely guy.
Been watching David Icke, hasn't he? David Icke.
I think David Icke. Listen, I think David Icke's been watching this guy.
They came off YouTube, didn't they? David Icke.
When we're in the block here, I would like when we're in. I'm not making fun of the guy. Like when he's in the block, when he's on the exercise yard. He goes out because he just lives down the block. He won't go on any wing. He's been kicked off every wing. And he's like, you know what? That's what he said to me. Can't stay down here. This is like, the block is ours. Yeah, he's mad. But the block is his home. And he's on the exercise yard. And he brings out some plants and he's just keep him in your prayers, man. Like he's a character, man. But he's Rambo, man. He's a lovely guy. And it's going to be an honor to have him on here, man.
Where's he from, brother?
He's from London, I think, south or west. I'm not sure, to tell you the truth. How mad is that? But yeah, he's older. He's an older guy, but in his 40s. He's been through the system.
Phil's in Hadlow, by the way. Phil's in Hadlow.
I'm sorry. Hello, Phil. I'm so sorry how rude of me.
Oh, bro, you all right, bruv? You introduced yourself earlier. It's all cushy.
I literally just got off the phone to him, and then I knew you'd be live, and I just jumped straight on. I'm fresh off the phone, like, you know, off the phone with my brother. But yeah, loads has been going on, man. I got jumped.
Yeah, brother, explain, right, Phil, to explain to everyone, bro, what happened with them two fucking little duckies, pieces of shit, bro.
It is what it is. They caught me slipping, but you know, I was being followed, and I thought this little shit was following me. He's my mate's little cousin, and that. He's following me around. I'm thinking, why is this guy following me? So I walked around the other way, like a back bit. This will confirm if my man's actually following me. Yeah. As I've walked up, I've looked back, and I've not seen him. So I was like, all right, he's not following me. I'll keep going straight, and then just go back to the way I was going. And I looked back again, and I've seen him. But when he's seen me, he's run off and hid. So I thought, huh? So as I've gone towards him, out of nowhere, guys jumped out with balaclava, brass knuckles in his hand. Me and this guy start fighting. But alhamdulillah, I know what I'm doing. So just because he couldn't land nothing. So as he's doing that, I'm not thinking about the little shit who just followed me. Because he's not covered his face or anything. I didn't think, you know what I mean? Next thing you know, bang, he's caught me from the side. And that was it. Game over, mate. Brass knuckles all over my head. Bust my head here. I had a footprint on my forehead. I got a scar here now. But it's okay. I walked away.
That hospital video, Phil, he did a video from the hospital, right? And the doctor, he was saying to the doctor, "They're not doing a good job, doctor." And he's like, "No." And he's like, "Amateurs and all this, bro." And it was a serious situation, but Q did his thing and put a positive spin on it. It's funny as fuck.
Yeah, you know what? We're not gonna, I've heard
these
people.
little pieces. You know these two pieces of shit, don't you?
Huh?
No name.
Yeah, of course I do. I know who they are.
Yeah,
and you know what? I got calls from all over the country saying, "Yo, we'll send the guys now." I get a lot of love. I'm loved by the goons. But I told everyone, I said, I'm not about that no more, man. We're not about violence anymore. From violence only comes violence,
It don't prove nothing, does it? Doesn't solve anything.
Like, we could, we could do all of that, keep going. It's just for what? For what? I'm just gonna, inshallah, one day they join me in the things I'm doing. That's how I look at it. It is what it is.
You're enjoying a peaceful life, and they're not. So there you go. You carry on enjoying yourself. That's what I say.
Yeah, but yeah, man, it is what it is. I've got a lot of other shit going on in my life and that, but we can't talk about that really, man. But
what's the hotel saying, bro? Still same room?
Yeah, I'm still there, but just keep my children in your prayers. That's all I ask.
Phil, so Q only got out 4 weeks this Friday? 5 weeks Friday. He's Wormwood Scrubs. He just got out.
I got out 4 weeks ago, 2 days ago. I got out a month ago on the 14th. Basically,
I've got a little nephew that's just got out. He got 3.5 years at High Point prison.
Listen,
High
sorry,
Point.
I'm getting a. You know what? I'm not even going to answer. It's okay.
No, you're all right.
Hold on one second.
Get your phone rings off, doesn't it, Q?
Hello?
Was he cutting out? Lucky connection.
You might have dropped out, Q. Well, let's see. I think he's dropped out.
Connection issues, isn't it?
Hold on. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Hold on. I don't know what's happening with Q. He was there. He dropped off. Do you know what? This guy's wicked, brother. He's such a positive person. Like I said, was involved with the drug trade for a long time. Was an addict for a long time. Just very humble guy. Broke down crying about what he put his daughter through, his kids and everything, and got a lovely business, been with him for a long time, and just a good guy, man. But hopefully jumps back on. But he's in Crawley, brother. I don't know how far that is from you.
Oh, right, yeah, that ain't that far away.
I don't know the distance.
That's where they house my nephew. He's from my village, but they wouldn't put him in the village because he got done for dealing coke and weed. And he did his time. He's out on. They put him out on tag, but he's just had his tag off, so he's back now. Oh, he's back now. Look.
Yeah, sorry about that. I just I put it on airplane mode now, so it won't ring. But
his cousin just been playing. His cousin just got out after 3.5. Was in High Point. He's been housed in Crawley, brother. Always.
Yeah, some house they put him in. He was in there for 5 weeks, but then they've just let him now because they've just took his tag off.
Right. What, he was in a house in Crawley?
Yeah, straight from High Point to Crawley with three or four other geezers. But
okay. Chris, what's happening, man? David, I'm reading the comments. I just want to say hi to everyone, man. Love everyone who's been messaging, man. But yes, so from High Point. So where's he now then?
He's back in the village now. Where they put him in a hotel in Tunbridge, which is the next village up, because he don't want to go and live back with his mother.
Where's Tunbridge in Kent side?
Yeah. It's,
so you're not far from.
Okay. No, I'm about 35 miles from London.
Yeah, I'm not from London. I'm from Crawley, mate. Gatwick Airport.
Yeah, Surrey, that way. I know.
Sussex, yeah. West Sussex.
Yeah. We went up there. We had to go and pick my nephew up the other day because he was on a curfew from that house.
Yeah. So are you near Tunbridge Wells then? Is that near Tunbridge? Are they next to each other?
10 miles away from Tunbridge Wells.
Yeah. So I know where you are. Yeah.
You got a place called Tunbridge Wells, then you got a place called Tunbridge.
Yeah, you're M25, isn't it? Is it M25 to get to you? No.
Yeah, you would go on that. Yeah. You want the right road.
Yeah.
Just talking about his raving days, Q, and all that. He used to pop acids and pills and all that, and go up to London.
Back in 87, 88. Come on, mate.
Listen,
before the attitude took over.
You know what, fella? Don't take this the wrong way, yeah?
No, I'm easy.
I say this all the time. Everybody needs a white boy from Kent on the team. I've got a good pal of mine from Kent, and I always like, you know, old school fella, and we always just say that you always need the white guy from Kent on the team, mate. He'll come in handy. Yeah.
Nah, I'm easy, man.
Q, what time do you want to do tomorrow with your boy, with Rambo?
To tell you the truth, I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to acquire another, maybe a iPad or something that I can use, so he can be on the
or something like that, just to get him on a loud.
Yeah, I can get my kids. I'll grab one. That's not a problem, man. But I'm just thinking, okay. But we won't do. We can do it at any time, bro. His phone's on all night. So you tell me what time, because he's gonna ring during the day anyway.
I'll be by the phone. You let me know. I can set it up, brother. I can dive straight in.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So once I know, I'll just message you. I'll message you.
Yeah, man. And then Phil was just Phil went through the young offender system back in the day, Hollisey Bay and all that. And
okay,
longest months of my life. I did every day of it.
What's your local Nick? Elmley, innit?
Yeah, I've been in Elmley. Before that, it used to be Canterbury. They used to do.
Yeah. Canterbury's turning.
On the Isle of Sheppey. Three Nicks on the Isle of Sheppey.
Yeah, I've done Elmley. I've done Elmley in 06. So there's Stamford Hill there, Parker, Stabside, and Elmley.
Yeah. Never been in Swell. Well, I've been in Swellside in the meat wagon to drop Herbert's off in there, but I've never been in now.
Yeah, thank God for that, mate.
But Elmley, that weren't too bad.
Go on, Phil, go on.
I said when I was in Elmley, it weren't too bad, but it was a bit. That was when I went in there. I had a big break from jail, so I've gone from having a slop out pot to piss and shitting to having a TV, a kettle, and all that.
So when was you in Elmley? I was in Elmley in 06.
Oh man, you're going to go back some years now. Last time I was in trouble was
in Elmley then.
But over 20 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been where I come out of jail. The probation woman said, "What are you going to do when you get out of Nick, Phil?" I said, my dad's getting old now. I'm going to look after my dad, and looking after my dad enabled me to break the cycle of getting in trouble and kept getting put in Nick. So that's what kept me out of jail, really, looking after my father. If it weren't for my father, I'd probably still be fucking sitting on a bail date or something now, to be honest with you. But
Cody, remember I was telling you a story about my cellmate with the tattoos all over his face and that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was that jail. Elmley, when it looked like a one big BMP party.
Shit. Was this because Elmley's Cat C, Stamford Hill's Cat D?
No, Cat B local.
Cat B. And then Stamford Hill's Cat D.
Yeah, D Cat, yeah.
That's an open one. Elmley, and then you've got Stabside, Swaleside. Go on, Phil.
No, I said Stamford Hill's the open one. They got a big pig farm on there. My brother's done a bit of burglary in there in the past. My brother was a prolific burglar. But I ain't gonna say too much about him.
Yeah. Don't talk to him, family beef and all that. Q, what happened with the cricket thing the other day, the family cricket thing?
Oh yeah, that was all right. It was a nice little event. They do that. I was born in Worthing, but I live in Crawley. Like I grew up in Crawley, but I got loads of family in Worthing and loads of family in Crawley. So we do a massive
day with the missus and the kids, man.
Yeah, we do a massive cricket match. Like they even do a women's one. So the women will play a match against each other, the little barbecue and all that. And then there's so it's about 3-4 times a year. But it's good. It's just a little excuse to get together and the guys get to talk shit about cricket.
It's not really my sport, but it looked like a good day, man.
Yeah, I just go for the food, quickly see everyone in and out. Kids go play around for a bit, and that's it. That's not my thing. I hate cricket. To tell you the truth, I think it's the most boring thing in the world.
It's all about family, though, isn't it? Dude, do you know a guy called VJ from Hove, Brighton and Hove? VJ, I don't know the kid.
Not off the top of my head. I could do. I don't know. Not all us Asians don't know each other,
I'm telling you.
But Hove's quite far from where I am. But I could do. If he was in prison, I might have bumped into him throughout the system. But other than that, not like that.
But yeah, he's just saying he's been recently diagnosed for ADHD, and he was self-medicating with trips, and he's had some fucking mad raves and all that back in the day, brother.
Yeah.
They were the good old days, mate. I'm telling you, the good old days.
I wouldn't mind hitting it. You know what? I'll be honest with you. I wouldn't mind hitting one. You know, just a one-off, but like a 2-3 day bender.
Yeah.
just a session. 10 to 10 with the drum and bass going mad. Nah, those are the old days.
Jungle in there as well. That'd do me.
Brother, I used to love a bit of jungle. All of that.
Yeah,
I used to go nuts. It's gone nuts, man.
I used to go to these parties called roast parties up in London, and no lie, my girlfriend, one of my girlfriends I knew, she had a black boyfriend. We went to this roast, right? No lie, I was the only white dude in there, brother. But I'll tell you what, I had a fucking blinding night. I was up on the balcony in the Camden Palace drinking champagne with all these black dudes, and I thought I'd never even fucking know. I don't even know them. Yeah. The misconceptions that used to be about were unreal. Do you know what I mean? But where's my ADHD? I'll never.
You know, like no, but you see, when you're like, I think you're like me. You know, when you just go out to do nothing but have a good time, and want everyone to be smart, you end up having them. End up like in them crowds. We're like, yeah, this guy's with us now. Do you know what I mean? Because you just want to come out like it's nuts. Bad ones.
Yeah, I get that one.
I've done Glastonbury 5 days, 6 days, no ticket.
Fucking, I've never done that, but it looks like a right riot.
Check this out. My mate got kicked out, yeah? After the 3rd day, my mate got kicked out. Rolling Stones are playing this night, yeah? And he's got, we didn't have bands. So these group of people who were tenting near us see me out, and they was like, look, your pal's been kicked out. Because during the day, he'd stay in. I'd be like, bro, I've come here to party. We ain't got a band, so what? Like, we're going to go, Nas is playing. We got, do you know what I mean? Different artists are playing. I want to go see what's going on. So anyway, they told me he's been kicked out. So I was like, fuck it. Let me go back. So I've gone back to my tent, start packing my shit. And as I'm packing it, security have rushed the tent. And they've gone, look, we know you ain't got a ticket. I was like, I know. I was like, I'm packing. You just kicked out my pal. I'm going. They're like, what? So you going? I was like, yeah. All right, cool. Pack my stuff. Walk me to like this little bit where, and because Glastonbury's so big, a truck has to come round and pick you up. So as I'm waiting, like it's a Jeep, like a Land Cruiser or whatever. It's just so the security put you in there, and then the guy drops you off there. And anyway, I'm just chilling with the security. People are asking for directions. The security, they were telling them. I'm like, no, go through here, go there, boom, up there. Pyramid stages over there. You're not directing everyone, giving cigarettes out. And they're like, listen, you've been kicked out. Why are you being like this? I said, what do you mean? It's like, why are you giving people directions? It's like, it's not their fault I got kicked out, is it? They need to go somewhere. I know where it is. Next thing, a few minutes later, they've come over and they're gone, fuck off. I looked at him and I was like, what are you being rude for? Like I said to him, I was like, what are you being rude? I ain't swearing at you. Like, he's like, nah, because just chatting to the boss, because we can't kick you out, bro. You're fucking sound, go on, fuck off. You know what I mean? And they let me stay. Then security come to my tent to tell everyone else, because everyone see me getting carted off. They come back, they say, listen, this guy's fucking sound. Like, we can't kick him out. Do you know what I mean? Like, so, and they was like, what? So this big group of guys from Luton, like 12 of them, they're like, who are you with, mate? I said, I'm by myself. They're like, nah, you're with us. And that was it. For the next 2-3 days, I'm with, and I didn't even know these people. They're like, so it was just a mad fucking, man. Everyone's like, where the fuck's Q gone? Because my phone's off. I ain't spoken to anyone. The last thing my pal knows, he's been kicked out. Q's phone, like, where's Q gone? Q's partying. Q's in a tent in the fields in Glastonbury off his nut.
That's why.
Killing off my nut. Oh, man, I used to be mad. Sorry, I'm having one of them. You know,
you're in one of good moods, brother.
Bro, can I be honest with you? I'm not. I'm just trying to. I've got a lot of shit going on, but you know, I'm not gonna lie, this is helping, you know, just to talk and that, you know.
Sound up, man.
So
huh? No, I'll chat to you in private, innit, and I'll tell you, but like it's not something that I wanna put out over the thing, you know. But
just keep soldiering on, bruv. Just keep soldiering on.
Yeah, come on, man. Just
that's my motto.
That's it, man. That's what we can do, just push forward.
So
I'm gonna dive off here now anyway, so I'm gonna leave you boys to it, but I will be back.
Phil, it was a pleasure.
Yeah, and you guys, man. Fucking
safe on Phil, man. Good time.
We'll meet one day
as well, all your watchers.
Listen, one day we'll meet for a glass of water, and you can slip something in it without me knowing.
I'm going for that, bruv. I'm going for that. A party surprise. We call that the party surprise, that one.
But if I don't know, yeah, go on, brother. Be good, Phil, man.
Well, how do I get out of here? Do I just press leave?
I'll kick you off, Phil. I'll kick you off. He's gone. He's gone. Right, he's gone. Yeah. Right, brother. So what I was going to say to you, so big day for Laura today. She's had a pre-sentence report, brother. She's sentenced on the 20. You know Laura from the channel?
Yeah.
She's a pre-sentence report. No, she didn't have it today, sorry. She had it the other day. But she's just stressed, bro, and everything. But sentencing on the 25th, so a week on Friday.
Okay.
Hold on, a week today, because it's now at midnight.
Hopefully, yes, bro. Just gone back on midnight now, man.
Yeah, High Point, fucking Nick, bro, and then she's in Ipswich Town, innit?
Hopefully all goes well on that.
I feel sorry for her, right? She's got some fucking geezer that's on her, yeah, and all that, makes that election, all this shit. Like, yeah. And then it's the biggest time, it's the most stressful fucking worrying time of her life, right? And then he turns around and goes, yeah, I can't take you, babe. And she's struggling money-wise, like all fucking everyone is. And she's a single mother of 4 kids.
Is she all right with you? Is she all right with you chatting about this on here?
I think so. She's been in the comment section, bro, so I'm assuming so. But I won't say more than that. But like I said, I'm sure Laura's all right with that. But yeah, it just annoyed me though, because she's been jarred all day because this fucking guy's like, yeah, I'll take you. And then like fucking today turns around and goes, nah, I can't do it. I've got to work. And he's like, swap shifts with someone or something. I know money's like, you've got to earn the fucking crust, but it's supposed to be all about her. Yeah, look, Laura's like, yeah, I'm fine, man.
Laura, I hope. Oh, Lush Puppy. Okay, I hope all goes well, love. In my prayers.
He's just gone down, brother. I can feel the emotion.
What are they saying? Have they gave you any idea of what there's like? What's the sentencing range that you can get?
I don't even know myself what they've said to her. Laura, do you want to jump on for 5, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever? An hour, 6 hours?
No, she looks like she's having fun in the comment section. I'm just reading. I swear they're in a world of their own, these people.
You know what, bro? Do you know what? Yeah, literally, bro. The comment section, you've got the live, and then you've got the sub people. Some people just come on for the chat, bro. So many kids linked up through the channel, bro.
Yeah, no, it's cool. That's what I find it funny. Like, it's cool. Like, everyone's just having their side rants and that. Yeah.
So what's happening with Brother Parr, brother? Have you spoke to him?
I'll be honest with you, I haven't. I've had so much, obviously, briefly, like, since I got jumped and that, I've just, and then, like, so I'll speak to him this weekend, though.
Yeah, man, stay on the phone, bro. I think.
Yeah, no, he's all good.
I think I'm just going to link thing. I don't know if she wants to do it. 1 sec. Let me see. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Right, stay there, brother. 1 sec.
Yeah, I'm just reading the comments.
Go on, brother.
Shout out to everybody. El Chapo, Wagwan, Marcus, Salam.
You've always got love on this channel, bro. Every time, you know that. Jono gets a lot of love as well.
Holly, everybody who's on here. Sean, love, man. Marcus again, Bradley, yeah, everyone in there just loves you, man. Tomorrow we're gonna try to put on a good show for you. Me and Rambo will tell you some stories from the block. He's gonna have you in the stitches. I promise you that.
I'll just let you guys chat, bro. And then, like I said, I'll probably ask the odd question. But the thing is, so he's institutionalized to put this kid, brother. Yeah.
Huh?
They institutionalized the kid, Rambo.
Yeah, no, he's just mad. He's mad. He's I guess he's institutionalized. He's nuts. But when I say he's nuts, you'll understand some more. But he's cool. Like he even knows he's mad. Do you understand what I'm saying? So when he goes in his little rants, I just let him. Do you get me? Like I realize, like obviously, so we'll be having a normal conversation, and in the middle of it, he'll go on to and then so I just got to let him talk his madness about the Illuminati and the third eye and all of that, and then
got conspiracies, bro, coming out, bro.
You know,
right, brother. Laura is inbound.
Okay. Salam, salam.
Hi.
Poetry, power, and tools. Wild one. Oh,
literally just shaving my legs.
Shaving your legs?
Yeah.
Don't drop your phone in the bath, for fuck's sake.
We could have waited.
What's you saying?
We could have waited till you finished, you know. You didn't have to come on this second. You could have been like, just shaving your legs.
Hurry up and get in. He goes on there in the bath, yeah.
Okay.
Turn your camera off if you don't want any slips.
Oh yeah, why
Yeah,
don't you
but
just
I
put it
will
on
when
the
I get
side
out.
and just put it on? Yeah, just put it upside down, and then you can still hear us, and we can hear you talk.
I'll just turn it
Do you know
off.
what I'm
Hold
saying?
on.
If you
Hold
press
on.
your cam, or if you press your
There
cam,
you
yeah,
go.
there you go.
Yeah, bang. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to get all. Do you know what I mean? It's just you're in the bath. We want to give you some privacy.
Yeah,
You know.
man. 104 people like that. Yeah, just like.
Yeah, yeah. I bet you a few of them were like, "Where's this going?"
Yeah, I've done that once
Dirty
before.
baby.
So go on, Laura. So what's the sentencing? Q was asking what the sentencing guidelines are for your affair.
Well, I think it's minimum 3 years because it's a prohibited Article A, isn't it?
So
Q,
what does that
so
mean?
they didn't do for intent to supply HMP. They did it for
No.
conveying prohibited items, namely 2 ounces of weed.
Yeah.
Looking at about 3. You went guilty?
Yeah.
Probably about 3.
Single
Yeah,
mom,
but
4 kids.
Probation is saying they want me to have 150 community.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because of the cop. Bear in mind, I don't. If that is the case, that is absolutely banging.
And then she wants me to have rehabilitation, but not because of the crime, but because of domestic violence.
What do you mean you use it? Okay, there's mitigation, like you was forced into doing it in a way.
Yeah, and like because of my past and stuff like that, so she thinks it'll help.
Okay, banging. And that's what, and they haven't done you for the supply, which is which is would have bought the 3. Yeah, okay.
but my solicitor's saying like maybe 2 years suspended sentence. So I don't know. Fuck.
Inshallah, man. Inshallah it goes your way. Holly, it's all about diet Sprite, lemon lime, no sugar.
Because I'm always pushing the Volvic out, bro. I drink this stuff like it's going out of fashion. So Holly's like giving it the Volvic shout, but
listen, let me tell you something. I'm not posh. I will drink tap water. Yeah, I will fill up a Volvic and put the tap water in there and stunt. No, but yeah, I've drank prison water from Scrubs, man. So yeah, I don't really. We're not too picky.
You might as well just drink it out of the puddle, brother, when it rains, bro.
No, but like that's what I'm saying. Them taps were so nasty, man. The water comes out grey. You have to keep like So yeah.
Have you had a better day? Have you chilled out a bit now, Laura?
No, I'm still pissed off for social services. I'm not gonna lie.
That'd be sick, Holly. That's a nice little sponsorship. What are you saying, Cody? Shall we get you on the Volvic commercial?
Do you know what? Yeah, do you know what? Drink Volvic or I'll send you for your fucking door. That's about right, isn't it? Good shout. But no, do you know what? So with this whole thing with Laura, it's a week away from ending, man, and I can't wait for it to end for her. Because do you know what, Q? Some kids are just, they don't give a shit, yeah, but the effects it had on her psychologically, emotionally, and stuff like that's massive. And let's just say she learnt a lesson massively. But taken in by dickheads, bro, inside. And we know that you've got a graft on and blah, 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 but a single mum of 4 kids, Q, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, but at the end of the day, to be honest with you, yeah, I'm gonna keep it 100. Yeah. You chose to do that. So I'm saying, no matter what these dickheads, this, that, and the other, ultimately you picked up that parcel and tried to deliver it. So you can't really blame anyone else other than yourself.
Yeah, but they were literally waiting outside my house, though. Q.
Yeah, but then you can call the police. Like you said, you're a single mother with children. But so that's what you're supposed to do. That's what they're there for. At no point, like, do I believe that, like, I'm gonna keep it 100, that you had to do this. You could have got out of it. They could, no matter what they could do to you, you could have got out of this. 100%. That's like, so.
But then they knew where I live. Like, if I rushed them into the police, then I've got to protect my 4 kids at the end of the day.
Well, you need to tell them that. Okay, exactly. So at the same time, now you got arrested for delivering drugs into HMP. You got to protect the kids. So that's, now you're in a situation that's even. You know what I'm saying? So you got to, but you should. Yeah. Anyway, I'm just saying, you had the options, and if it was so deep, police would have moved you out, got you protection and all that. That was better than you delivering a drugs parcel. You know what I'm saying? You can't blame no one but yourself.
Oh no, I'm not blaming anybody but myself.
Oh,
but
yeah,
I still like I didn't think I could get out of it. Like, do I really want to fucking uproot my kids again because I've got some dickheads that I've grassed into the police? Like, my kids have been moved around like at least 9 times in their life.
Yeah, but hold on a second. What, like, how do you get involved with these dickheads? You the one who chats to them. They don't just mysteriously turn up to your door. You've obviously built a relationship with these dickheads. So you gotta not bring them around your kids, and not know these people should not know where you live.
No one comes around my kids. I don't have anybody around my kids. I don't have anybody in my house.
Yeah, but they're waiting outside your house. Why do they even know where you live?
Because obviously he got me to do the parcel.
Yeah, I'm just saying that, like, you get me. So there wasn't a problem till they was waiting outside your house because you told them where they live. So obviously they're gonna wait outside. Like, but you're saying that they was waiting outside, that there was a threat thing. They only knew them because you called them and told them this is where I am.
I'm just trying to back out in text queue. She was airing the calls and all that, and the kids were on her.
Once you're interacting with people sitting in prison, why are you talking to someone in there anyway? You know what I'm saying? Like, why? You get me? You got 4 kids.
I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. But
you're a grown-ass woman. No offense, but the reason I'm talking like this is because so many other girls need to hear this. So, like,
yeah, they do. There isn't enough out.
Let me tell you something. Females are so, no offense, but the ones who get caught up and start, you know how, like, who start chatting to guys who are in jail, they'll meet them, and next thing you know, they don't even know this guy. They're bringing in packs in jail. Like, this is normal. It's happened all the time. Females,
they pick on vulnerable people,
and they need to wake up. So I'm glad I'm having this conversation with you, because I'm like, you are a prime example of why you should not be doing this shit. And you got 4 kids. What are you even doing interacting with someone sitting in jail? Like, why are you talking to these people? Like,
yeah, I hear what you're saying.
How did you meet this person? Do you know them from before you went to jail, or did you meet him from jail?
No, I've never even met the guy.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So come on, man, ride your banger. That's mad. That's mad. You're so silly. Like, I don't understand what's wrong with females. And you got 4 kids.
They don't just pick on like normal females. Like, they'll get to know your background. Like,
listen, let me tell you something. They do not force anyone to bring in packs into jail. At no point does does a woman get scared into bringing it in. She brings it in because she's either got money, they're giving her money, or he's telling her dreams and telling her he's gonna, when he comes home. That's 2 reasons. I know for a fact you don't get threatened, man. Come on, man, ain't stupid. I've been doing this thing a long time. Like, you can try run all of that with the judge and all that, but with this, we're not in court right now. We're just keeping it 100. Like, don't give me that, like, oh, they've threatened you to do it. No, they haven't. I don't believe that for one bit. And I'm not lying.
She's vulnerable. She's vulnerable, Q, definitely. Like, she's
Cody. Listen. They did not scare her into bringing in this pack. I'll tell you that now. Yeah? She's never met the guy.
I know what you're saying.
She's chatting to him in the phone in jail. So this guy randomly from jail finds this female, and now he's threatening her to bring in packs, and he doesn't even know where she lives. And she felt she was
due to. He asked me to do it before, and I said, yeah, cool. Anyway, I'm on my way.
Yeah.
And then I made up an excuse.
That's not gonna run with me. Like, I'm sorry. I'm like, them things they don't run with me. But anyway, you made your choice. It is what it is.
Yeah, 100%.
Do you know what I mean? You're not getting married. He's not buying your time.
No judge can punish a Q more than she's punished herself. Trust me.
I'll be honest with you. It is what it is. I'm not too fussed in what happens either way. I just hope that other girls hear about your shit and stop falling for them guys selling dreams from behind the cell. And I just don't understand how females could be so stupid.
And you know what, brother?
I've done it myself. I've had chicks that I've met on Rabbit texting chat on the Freeview box in 06 in Camp Hill, 07 in Camp Hill, Rabbit texting chat. You find a chick. Next thing you know, I'm getting visits like off of it was mad. Sending me money. Like, I don't know how. Like, just are you mad? Like, no offense, but come on, man. How old are you?
She's dropped off, brother. She's dropped off.
Yeah,
I think the kids came into the room and
she
dropped off.
She needs to drop off, man. So, and check you out, Cody, trying to be like, oh, she's vulnerable. No, bro, like, she ain't. She fell for it. She was selling her dreams.
What? Yeah, but do you know what? The thing is, yeah, no, I see it from both sides, yeah, on a level.
Yeah, but I just don't like the fact that she's up here lying and manipulating, trying to say that she was threatening and making it out to you that she was a vulnerable chick. He wasn't threatening her, nothing like that. He was promising her penis. That's
jail
what,
talk. Jail talk. I said whenever these things happen, it's either jail talk, yeah, babe, yeah, I love you, and all this shit.
She's trying to run all of that, like, so we should feel sorry for her. Like, come on, man. Like,
I do feel sorry for her, brother. I'll be honest.
No, I don't. I think she should know better. She's got 4 kids. Yeah, she's not stupid. You know what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying. Like, this is the thing. She has been. I said to her, I said, you're not as streetwise. I'm not dissing her out, but I said you're not streetwise as you think. You've been taken in. She's gullible. She's bipolar. Mother of 4 kids. So I see what you're saying. She should have known better. I get that 1000%. But I think that, like, this guy's on her and she's liking him or whatever. And like I said, he knew what he was doing, and then she's walked.
That's what I mean. So exactly. So you're bringing packs to someone in jail you never even met. Let me tell you something. She's lying. This was probably someone else who's ordered a thing or sent this guy out on a V. She probably not even spoke to him. She probably get peas. I'm telling you. I'm not like, I've known, like, she's like, anyway. I'm telling you, now, I won't believe a word. She's lying. Like, that's what it is. She's been sent out on a visit. Yeah. Someone said, like, someone's like, yeah, I got a chick. She'll go out on a V. He's got his friend, some nitty on the wing to book a visit to go out to see her and go grab the pack.
Well, that was the thing. So the day before, brother, go on. So the day before, right,
how did she get caught?
What's that?
How did she get caught?
So, right, there was intelligence, brother. There was intelligence.
No, but what I mean is, where did she get caught? She get caught at
right, so High Point.
Oh, she got arrested at the jail.
Yeah. So she's gone in on the visit and she was lining up, brother, and the drugstore's come past and he's indicated on her. And then she's not denied it. She just produced both parcels from a bra, whatever, and produced them. And then obviously she was taken into a thing. One of the female governors came in, sat with her.
Yeah, that's not intelligent. That's just like the police. They just brought out a dog, innit? They do that on visits. They do.
Yeah. But no. Apparently, no. Cute. This is the strange thing. They was expecting her. They was expecting her. It's in the paperwork. They was expecting her. They had intelligence.
There's probably talking bait on the phone. Everybody's probably, you know what happens in High Point, because it's in the middle of nowhere, throwovers don't happen. So High Point's dry. So once someone's lining up a parcel, he tells one person, and next thing you know, everyone, yes, they weed about, there'll be weed in a few days.
Yeah,
next thing you know, boom. And like, security. Yeah, like, I've been in jails where, why does the whole jail know there's a parcel coming tomorrow? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, we've had to call things like that, like, it happens. Do you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, anyway, Cody was falling for it. Cody's falling in love with her and that.
No. Bro, all it is, yeah, because, but I've been spoken to her, bro, because you got to think, like, on and off. Like, I didn't hear from her for a long time, and then I popped up and I said...
She thought she was going to jump out in the shower on us. What's wrong with her, man? What's she doing, like, coming on live in the shower?
I've got to take the blame for that. She was like, I'm in the bath. And then I sent her the link, and then she jumped on. Yeah, and then she turned the camera off. I think she felt a bit awkward.
Straight away, I'm not going to lie, straight away, I was a bit, like, with her anyway. I'm thinking, who does that? What kind of individual would do that, man? Like, you know, so what if you sent the link? Like, she doesn't need to click it. She sends a message back. I'll come out when you know what I'm saying? But, like, anyway, yeah, it was mad. And then she's trying to lie, say she was forced into bringing a pack. She didn't get forced, man.
She fell for this guy, I think, bro. I think she fell for the guy.
I know so. Come on, man. Like, she's just trying to, like, I'm not the judge. You don't. That's why I don't rate it, because you see, wherever you're telling the judge and all that, cool. But don't come on here and then try to tell me your bullshit story. Like I'm the prosecution. Like, I need to believe you. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm not a juror. I don't need to, like. We come on there. We keep it 100. So
throwing it on first defense. Never been in trouble before, and then that's it. So I'm hoping that you don't hope that she gets sent down, Keith, for it. But I don't know. Like you said, you keep it real talk. I know that. But I hope she don't go to jail.
She doesn't. For her kid's sake, I hope she doesn't, man. Real talk. She's got 4 kids, man. She's a fucking idiot, though. Excuse my language, but like, yeah, come on, man. You got 4. What the fuck you doing? What are you doing with yourself? Like, come on.
I wish I lived near you, brother, because I'd love to get mans on them little days with pieces of shit, bro. I'd love to link with you, bro, and bash into them, bro, because I swear it would not go down like that, bro. But like I said, two on one, brother. What can you do, man? You just got to fucking cover up. And then,
yeah, I'm sorry. I do apologize to Lauren of being harsh, but sometimes you need to be, man. And I'm being harsh because I want some female on here who hears this, who's probably getting twanged by some guy in jail, or is getting, you know what I'm saying, or thinking about bringing in a pack, and says, you know what, I'm not stupid. Tomorrow she's gonna ring him up and say, you know what, mate, I need to find a man with a real job, not sitting behind the door working on a server, mate. See you later.
Yeah, I get. Do you know what?
Because
when you were saying it, I think
I'm saying it's a different thing if you was in a previous relationship with a man and then he goes to prison and you hold him down. That's what you're supposed to do. But what I'm talking about is these chicks that find guys in jail, and next thing you know, boom, yeah, my man's in scrubs. Yeah, she's hooking her friends up with his cellmate. So now you got two cellmates writing letters to two friends here out on the roads.
It does go on, doesn't it? It does go on, and then numbers get passed around and all that fucking shit that comes with it. But you know what, bro? The thing is, it's not a one-off.
Is what it is. I apologize. I know she needs support, and inshallah she gets that support. But right now, we're not here to support. We're just here to speak that, you know, what we're supposed to talk. Like, it's 12 o'clock on a Thursday night. I'm not here to be anyone's counselor, man. I'm here to like tell people what it is. Like, you get me? Like, I feel like
you got shit going on, but we'll speak off from this.
Before people start saying, "Oh, Q's being a bully" and all of that, like no, Q's not being a bully. Q is telling it how it is. Like, that's what it is. Like, what are you doing?
And like I said, whenever someone comes on, brother, whether it's male or female, and they're telling you their story, it's like I said, I've told her what I've said. I've not as brutal as you, but I've told her, yeah, you've been stupid, you've been gullible, you've been taken in. I said, but you have chosen to do this. But like I said, it's happening in prisons up and down the country. Prisoners are masters of manipulation, but they manipulate.
Hold on, Chris, Cody. A message from Sally here. I've been asked to do exactly the same thing, but listening to this guy, he is sending out a clear message. Don't be a fucking idiot by supplying HMP. Thank you very much, Sally. I got through to somebody. That's what I'm trying to do.
1,000,000%, brother. Sally's been. She's addicted to Class A's, brother. She's having a right awful time. She pops in, she pops out. I've always got a good word for her. She's a lovely lovely. She's been to prison herself, brother.
Obviously, you know, I apologize if I've, you know, hurt her feelings in any way. I did not mean to do that, but I'm not going to be sat here and lied to my face, firstly, and then play along to something that I don't believe, and then at the same time, sometimes you got to be cruel to be kind, you know. Like,
I know she'll take it. She will take it to heart, brother. And that might be why she's knocked off.
You know, I hope she does. I hope that her children learn and don't decide to do the same thing when they're older and think, no, my mum got nicked for taking a parcel into jail. I'm not doing that. When, like, you know, I hope her kids learn a lesson from it, because it's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's sad. It's sad that her at this age, you know. And I understand everyone's saying that she's vulnerable and she needs support. I understand that. But let me tell you something. I've been doing this thing a long time, and not everybody is what it is. You know, everyone is, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I don't take the, like, I've been doing this thing a long time. Let's put it that way. I know what I'm talking about. I wouldn't have spoken like that if I wasn't in the right to. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm not an arsehole. I'm not a horrible person. Have any of you ever seen me behave like that on here? Have anyone ever heard me talk like that on here? No.
Positive vibes, man. Positive vibes.
So I've spoken like that because I was supposed to. At that point, it needed to be done. Do you know what I'm saying? So, like, from you people who've been tuning in and know who I am, you understand where I'm coming from. And I hope, you know, no one feels no type of way, and, you know, about how I spoke to or what I was saying.
It's real talk. It's deep, and the thing is, I think in broad terms, you wasn't just talking to Laura. You were trying to plant the seed in any potential woman that's been worked over by in jail and stuff like that. It's been sold the dream. We'll be together, babe. Blah blah blah. All that shit. Well, I'll come out. We'll be a straight member. We'll move away. All the jail talk that comes with it. I think you were trying to talk and plant a seed to other people, women.
100%.
Down the line, months and years.
To be honest with you, I was angry. You know, when I heard that, Yeah, let me just try. I was angry hearing that, bruv. When I heard that she done that, that pissed me off. Because I thought, how dumb can you be? Like that. That's one thing that, because I think how stupid are females to do. That's what, like, I always say it. Like, what's wrong with these chicks? Like, it drive me. That's one thing that's always pissed me off. Like when females get caught with packs, when females get caught bringing in a parcel, that really pisses me off. Because I think to myself, what are these girls doing? Are they that dumb? Like, come on, man. It's one of, you know, like everyone has something that that really winds them up and drives them mad. That's one thing for me. I hate it because I think, like, because you hear about females always getting caught with packs, always, you know, always, like, I hear about most of the time that whoever's getting caught bringing in parcels when it out of screws, it's females. Do you know what I'm saying? Most of the time, if you look into it, most of them are females. Like, when I think, are these guys, like, you know?
And do you know what, Q, as well? Like I said, it's like I've spoken to women through this channel, right? They're like, oh, my man's asked me to take drugs into prison, and I said, well, if he's your man and he's in love with you, I said, if he really loved you, he wouldn't ask you to bring parcels in. I said, you're a mother, you've got kids together. No. I said, you've got kids. I said, this guy. I said, if he really loved you and was in a relationship with you, I said, he wouldn't ask you to bring parcels in the first place. I said, but if he was a side chick and he don't give a fuck about you, he'd ask you to bring a parcel in, so he don't give a fuck if you get caught. This is the thing, bro. And the thing is, you know, once the drugs land in the prison, bro, it causes problems, bro, because those people at the bottom that are suffering with addiction, mental health issues, they're the ones that suffer.
Yeah, no, listen, I'm not even thinking about all of that, because that at the end of the day is always going to go on. People in jail, people are going to get high. That's the way it is. What I'm talking about, what pisses me off, that's, you know what I'm saying? That's going to forever go on. Like, that's, you know, people want to smoke. People want to smoke cigarettes. People want to smoke weed. People want to use their phones. That's going to happen. But what I mean is, these females who've never met a guy, don't know him. You know what I'm saying? They haven't even seen his picture properly, and is going and delivering drugs in jail. Like, that happened. You know how often that happens? You ain't even, you know what I'm saying? Like, you haven't even gone to the visit. You've never visited the jail before. The first time you're going to visit him, you're taking a pack. You should at least, common sense, you're going to go to the jail, see how the visits run, see how things go, and then you haven't even met the guy and you're already ready to bring up a pack up. That's because you've been paid. That's what that is. That's what that is.
And this is the thing as well, like, these women that they like the bad boy and they're chasing that sort of prisoner, sort of, oh, my man's in prison. And there are women that do genuinely, so cute. The thing is, there's women that go into it that are more naive and gullible than others, but when they get taken in like that, as you've been through the system, you know what it's like, and it's frustrating because, like I said, it's frustrating because you're like, how could you do that? Why would you put yourself in that position? And I get, this is the thing with Laura's story. I understand that she's been stupid. I'm completely with you. She has been stupid 1,000%. And like I said, and then I see it from your side as well, from the ex-prisoner side of things, knowing what goes on. And like you said, how can you fall in love, or how can you do something for someone you've never met?
Yeah, like, that's just, you know what I'm saying? So the only clear answer for me is you're getting paid. Simple as that. No guy who doesn't know you, who's never met you, is going to say to you on the first visit, if he was twanging her, he would be like, babes, come visit me. Then he'll come on a visit, he's going to lips her up, pull all that crap, yeah? Love you, oh, babes, why don't you bring me in a little bit of burn next time? Or not just be like, here, my boys are picking you up, they're dropping you off to the jail. No, that's what you do to a worker. Do you understand what I'm saying? The way it would run is he would have a visit with her first, he'd set it up, see what's going on, how the visits work, da-da-da-da. That's how it would do. He wouldn't, no, not on the first visit like that, with 4 of your mates waiting outside. Yeah, because they had to drop, they had to pick up the worker, mate. You got paid, mate. Probably got £250 or £500 to drop that pack off. That's what she got.
And this is the thing, and it's like, and you know what the thing is? It's just a shit situation, brother. Like, it really is. Because the thing is, because I speak to on the regulars, I know what she's going through psychologically, emotionally, and stuff like that. And like you said, I understand you're sympathetic to a point, but then you're not in other ways. And I understand. I see it from both sides. But brother, like I said, it's just a shit situation. And because I'm like speak to her so frequently, obviously my heart goes out to her and everything. I've acknowledged that she's been stupid. I've told her this. I'm not like, yeah,
listen,
baby, it's all good.
I'm telling you now, from the outside looking in, and from the way someone who's just been chatting to you on the phone like that, you're not just going to bring in a pack first time. He's going to twang you. You're going to have to come. He's going to have to kiss you on a visit, call you babes, all of that crap, then make you bring a parcel up. When you get picked up like that.
Bro, this is the thing. The person that was this, but I don't even know the kid's name. I don't need to know the kid's name. And even if I did, I won't say it on a live, right? But the guy that was at the top, he had a nitty going on the visit, so he could cop for the parcel, right?
Yeah.
But listen, 24 hours before the visit, the nitty got swapped for another nitty, and then she's turned up at the prison. They was expecting her, like you said, whether it's the nitty talking on the phone, yeah, babe, I got a cop for a parcel, I'm in debt, or it's got round to one of the jail boys, one of the screw boys, yeah, bam, bam, bam. But the thing is, in broader terms, this is happening in jails up and down the country, innit, bro?
All right, Holly, I'm gonna do that. I saw your message. Yeah, no, I hear that. But what I'm saying, in this situation, to me, everything seems like a paid transaction. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, she went to go visit the guy who's gone out on a visit, ain't even the guy. Do you know what I'm saying? He sent someone out and she's been paid to do a drop. But anyway, hopefully she doesn't go to jail for her kid's sake, and hopefully other girls in her area hear about this and don't make the same mistake.
Not just in the air, I think up and down the country, brother. England, Scotland, and Wales and Ireland for this.
Yeah, but no, I'm just saying, Q,
I'll tell you what, right? With Holly's video there, I'd be interested. I don't know if you're game for this. You could do a video and then WhatsApp it over, put it on your channel, and then send it me. I'll do one. I'll put ours both together, and then I'll bang them up together as like a dual vlog thing. So your part first, and then my part second, or vice versa, or whatever. Talking about this, because the thing is, Laura's actually said to me this: there's not enough thinking about like there should be more people out there educating people that have been through the system and been through this about the dangers of what you're doing. So to stop, in other words, to stop other people doing what Laura's done. In layman's
I'm gonna do something. Yeah, I'm gonna do something tomorrow. I'll get something done.
You came on flying, bro, but then you moved around, and I feel like you said you've got.
Yeah, no, it's just because obviously I'm reading the comments, and I don't want to people thinking I'm bullying her and all of that, like I'm just some asshole. Do you know what I'm saying? Because some people on here, you're like Maria saying I'm pissing her off and all of that. Like, I apologize. No,
but the thing is, right? I'll tell you. At the same time,
that's sorry, Cody. That's one thing that's always pissed me off.
Yeah.
So tomorrow, you know what? I am going to do a little video about. I'll do like a 1 minute quick chat to the females thinking of doing that.
Yeah.
And I'm going to keep the same energy that I kept with Lauren. Do you know what I mean? So she was my inspiration.
Anyone that's watching this that thinks Q's like he was too harsh or whatever, see, I understand Q's frustration. Q's gone at it, and you can tell the passion in his voice, right? If you watch any other Q's video, this guy oozes, he's got an aura around him, and it's positive vibes, and he's always got a good word to say. And once he'd made his point about Laura's situation, he wasn't just talking to Laura. He did speak to Laura, and he was ruthless with it, and he was 100% brutally honest, right? Some people, the term is tough love. Some people need tough love. But like I said, he wasn't just talking to Laura. It was in broader terms to any women that's thinking about doing this. And Q's annoyed because he's seen it happen far too many times, right? And he doesn't like it happening at the end of the day. And he's trying to, like he said, you've been worked over, you've been fucking jail talk, you've been sweet talk, you've been offered a load of money and blah, blah, blah. When you've never met somebody there, and then you're going up on a fucking visit, and your first visit, you're copying for a parcel. It's not real. You've not even been to see the lay of the land, see what security's like at the prison. Have they got sniffer dogs on? You've gone to do a drop. You've been caught. If you get caught, it's part of the risk. If me and Q have both been involved with a drug game. If you're running around and you're selling fucking Class A drugs or whatever, and you get caught in possession, it's one of those things. It comes with the territory, man.
That's it.
You can't bitch and moan. If you're criminally active in anything, right, whether you're dipping your toe in the first time as in supplying drugs to a prison, or you go and commit an armed robbery and they lock the door and you're there and the armed police turn up and you got a shotgun and a fucking belly on. If you get caught, it comes with the territory. I get what Q's saying. Q's not a ruthless guy, guys. Anyone just look at his other videos. Yeah. This guy's got knowledge.
I feel the truth. If you're offended, you're offended. It is what it is.
It's part of it does come with it, but like I said, I do. The thing is, where I sort of feel is some people are more vulnerable than others. But at the end of the day, it's like driving without insurance, Q. You either got insurance or you haven't. It's that black and white. And if you do it, whether it's willingly or it's got to be an element of willingness to do it, whether it be the law of money or because you're making like puppy dog eyes at this individual. I get that. But like I said, mother of 4 kids, lose a house, kids would end up in care. So that's obviously why.
Yeah, but anyway, on that note, guys, I'm gonna lock it off. It's getting late.
Yeah, man. And I'll WhatsApp you after this, brother, because
it was a good little live, man. It was a good little, I come out of nowhere. You guys see the old queue for a little bit.
Yeah, man. The fire was there, brother. The fire was there.
But yeah, sorry. Like I said, you got to be cool to be kind. I'm gonna make a proper video about this. You know that we're gonna go in and I'm gonna keep that same energy. That I think that's the type of energy that needs to be heard. These little girls out here falling for these. What do you want in your life? You need to. What are you achieving? Like, what kind of man are you achieving? You wanna start off a relationship from a man in prison, or you want the guy working in a bank, or levels, man.
Levels to this, man. There's levels to this.
Anyway, from that note, I'm out, man. I'm out. Love everyone.
I'll WhatsApp you after this, brother. Yeah.
Cool. Take care. Yeah. Love, peace.
We'll do it tomorrow, brother, with Rambo. Me, you, and Rambo tomorrow. Standard.
All day. Out.
Love you, brother.
Sweet.
Right, hold on. Yeah, Q's gone, guys. Right, Q's gone. Now, like I said, with the situation with Laura, it sort of dominated the thing there, and it's like I said, I disagree with Q there. We said that on the live and everything like that. I do agree that Laura has made mistakes. I see where he's coming from, though, as well. I do see where he's coming from. And I've got love for Q. Q's not a bully, guys. Q's not a nasty guy, but he was ruthless there. And I don't know if it's something that struck a nerve with him or anything like that, but his passion came through then and his fire. Laura dropped off. The kids walked into the room, so I don't know if it was that or it upset her. But like I said, she's going through a tough time. And like I said, she got taken in. It's not a one-off situation. There are women up and down this country that have been asked to take drugs into prison. Yeah, I hope Laura's fine. I'll check in with Laura after this. But I hope that, people, just don't do it. It's not worth doing it. It's not worth doing it, right? I've spoken to quite a few girls that have been asked or that have taken or have been caught smuggling contraband into prison. And if you're in a relationship with a guy and he asks you to take drugs into the prison, just know that you ain't his girl. You're his side chick, bro. You're his side chick. If it's a business transaction and you're doing it for the money, you've been asked with a load of money and there's nothing going on between you and the guy, right? And you're doing it for a transaction, then fair enough. But yeah, like I said, it's the situation is not good. And like I said, in broader terms, if anyone's watching this and you're being groomed by a guy in jail, or you're being offered money, or you're making Google eyes at the guy because he's in prison and girls love a bad boy, don't do it. Don't do it. Because like I said, if you end up in a relationship with someone that's in prison, there are many women up and down the country that end up in relationship with prisoners that they've never met. They met them on a dating site. They've met him on some the number's been passed from another boy in the jail, or one of the lads is locked up and he's got onto his bird and, oh, listen, Michelle's asking if you've got a mate for him, babe, and all that. You know what I'm saying? If you've got a man in prison, your man's asking you to take contraband drugs into prison, right? Whether it be for money or because you love him or whatever, just know you ain't his chick, because if he was his chick, he wouldn't. If you've got a partner and you've got kids with him, right? And he's asking you, babe, listen, I know we've got the kids and all that, but if you bring drugs in for me, then I'll love you forever or whatever. And if he loves you, knowing that just look at the home situation, mother, 2 kids, 3 kids, whatever the case may be, 1 kid, 2 kids, 3 kids, right? And he's asking you to take drugs into prison, knowing that they're getting up on it, right? Like I say, you do have certain prisons where the security is more lax than others, right? Higher the security of the prison, the higher the risk. They're bringing it, like I said, like strange ways, cat bees, sniffer dogs. They're swabbing people at Forest Bank, for fuck's sake, swabbing people's hands to see if they've come into contact with any illicit drugs. And if you have, and they fucking swab your hands, and it comes up, yeah, then you get put on a closed visit or you walk away from the jail. I'm going to do a video on this. Q's going to do a video on this. And once this whole case is over with Laura, I'd like Laura to do it on this as well. I could do a candid, open video, and Laura can say, look, yeah. And the thing is, like I said, you do make your own choices and stuff like that. It is a choice at the end of the day. But Laura tried to back out. There was text messages stating that she wanted to back out, but she felt pressured. And like I said, she would have been shitting herself. She might have wanted to go ahead with it 50% and not go ahead with 50%. But the fact is when like if you've got different type, everyone's different in the personalities and stuff. Like if you are quite low confident, low self-esteem, low mood, right? You don't feel pretty and attractive, and you're chatting on to some guy in jail and he's telling you you're the most beautiful girl in the world and stuff. It's going to make you feel good, isn't it? And it's called grooming. For me, it's grooming. You're grooming prisoners, and I've said this, and I said it to you. Prisoners are masters of manipulation. They'll always exploit weakness, whether that's in another prisoner, in a prison officer, in the security of the prison, or in this case, a single mother that's got mental health issues, low mood, low confidence, low self-esteem. And like I said, the lure of money, the compliments and things like that, it's going to sort of turn you head. You think, oh, he's a good-looking guy and stuff. But like I said, you're looking at him, he's thinking, right, there's a saying in life, right? Listen to this saying. So there is a saying in life that women fall in love with what they hear and guys fall in love with what they see. That's why women wear makeup and guys tell fucking lies. It's a stone dead thing. Yeah. So women fall in love with what they hear. Oh, baby, you're the one for me. I'll get out of jail, babe. We'll move away. It's going to be me and you and all this shit. And then obviously the load of money can be added into that as well, which again is another sweetener. I can understand why women do it, and I don't agree with it, by the way. It's fucking stupid, but I do agree that there are women out there, and I can understand why certain women fall into the trap. I've had subscribers that have been asked and have refused, and I've had it the other way. Yeah, I'm going to come off the live now, and I'm going to have to ring Laura because I need to make sure she's okay, because I know she will have taken that to heart and it will have upset her. But at the same time, Q's not a dickhead. He's not a nasty person. He was really, really, yeah, it seemed to ring very true with Q. This is the thing that Q doesn't like. What you need to remember as well with Q is Q's been in prison. He's battled with his addictions and things like that, which I'm sure he's not averse to me saying, but he's gone to prison and he's been an addict and he's landed in prison. But Q actually used his time in prison to get off the drugs. But like I said, when you're in, if you go to prison, you're vulnerable, or you've got mental health issues, or you've got addictions, you can become a victim. When contraband gets into prison, contraband is tobacco, mobile phones, new psychoactive substances like spice, illicit drugs, even prescription drugs. Obviously, people buy them offline, black market, whatever. Get them into prison, and they've all got mobile phones, SIM cards, tobacco, drugs. Like I say, even prescription medication. If you buy it offline or China and everything, get it back in, and bam, bam, bam. It's all got a price. Where you've got contraband, though, you've got debt, and this is the thing. And you know what? The thing is, when Q was being ruthless with Laura, you can't even. There's two ways you can do it. You can sugarcoat it, or you can be very direct. Right? It was very, very direct. But Q likes Laura. He knows what she's about. He likes her, and like I said, he's just like, you're stupid. You've been stupid. Look, it was a choice at the end of the day. You've chosen to do it, and he was ruthless with it. He was saying, he actually said during his rant that if you extend this, it's not just Laura I'm talking to. It's just all women. Don't do it. Don't be fucking stupid. And this is the thing. But unfortunately, we're in this state at the moment where people fall in love with people. There's a lot of, not all women, but there are a lot of women that are like, they're interested in prisoners and bad boys and stuff. And you know what the thing is? You're never going to have a real relationship, right? The amount of, there's a girl that I know, subscriber, I won't name her, was taken in by a prisoner, and she was like, yeah, and everything. I said, he's probably got a missus. He got out of prison, he had a missus. I'm not trying to blow the boys up and stuff, I get it and stuff. And when you're in prison and you're locked up, fucking, depending on what prison you're in, what regime you're in, you're locked up for long hours of the day, right? And you've got a mobile phone and you're on these dating sites, you've got nothing but time. You're chatting to one girl, you chat to several girls, right? Yeah, baby, I love you. I'll tell you this, I'll tell you that. And send me some pictures, send me nudes, send me videos, blah, blah, blah. Send me money. No one's sending me money, babe. I've got no visitors. I've got no money coming in. Then he's got about 4 or 5 birds fucking sending dough in. So yeah, Laura, you got the strength to get through this. Yeah, and well, like I said, with Laura's situation, like I've never met Laura, but if I don't care if I didn't know Laura, if Laura just popped up and it was somebody else, I'd just be like, I'd try and help them, because the thing is, I've told her everything. I said, look, pre-sentence report, be open, be honest with them. I told her to get a letter from a doctor about her mental health and things like that she's been through. So I'm trying to help Laura 1,000%. And even Q said there, I hope for the baby's sake she don't go jail. She's got baby, she's a mother. But that's what. But then if you flip that, you can look at it from Q's point of view, where she's a mother of 4 kids. Why would you do this? Why put yourself in that position? So I understand Q's mentality. I wouldn't have been as ruthless. I've told Laura, I'm a nice person, and Q's a nice person as well. But he's just been very direct there. And Q doesn't mince his words. He just says it. And for a lot of people, that obviously Laura's been on the channel and everything, it's a hard hear. But if you're a straight talking individual, then you've got to look at it and think, you know what, like. But the thing is, the case is ongoing. Trial sentences in next Friday, and like I said, but she's learned a massive lesson for this. Massive, psychologically, emotionally, it's affected her health. She's not eating, she's not sleeping. So the ramifications are already being served. No, the prison. There's nothing to be gained by sending this woman to prison. Like I said, I think the sentence, she said 3 years. I think it's 2. Should do 12 months. No sentencing plan. No, nothing. There's nothing to gain by sending her to prison. Kids could potentially end up in the care system, which that's nothing to do with her being a mother. She's a bloody good mum, but just because obviously she hasn't got any family and everything like that. So I see where Q's coming from, and the thing is with Q, you can't have him 100%. You can't be having 100% real talk on every subject and then not be on that subject. But did he go? Was he harsh? Possibly. But did Laura need to hear it? Possibly. But because I speak to Laura frequently, no, because she already knows that she fucked up. I've told it. I've drilled it into her. She already knows this. But look, look. Why is everyone getting so defensive? Yeah, but the thing is, people are getting defensive because they like Laura, so that's probably why. But yeah, I've had somebody comment saying that they can't see for some reason. They can't. My videos are not coming up for some reason. So guys, press there's the bell icon. Press the bell icon on my video, and you should be notified. Should be notified when I go live. But right, guys, I'm going to shoot off because. I need to charge my phone, number 1. Number 2, I need a piss. Number 3, that was a very, very deep thing. We had Phil on early doors talking about his crazy days as a raver. And then obviously Q came on. And like I said, Q, he came on and he was in a really good mood and he was dead hyped up. And then he sort of, I don't know, but I'll chat to Q away from this. He said that he's got stuff going on, and I'll chat to him away from this. But I love Q. I've got love for Laura. I've got love for Q, obviously. But yeah, it was very, like I said, it's just one of those things, man. Right, guys, I'm going to leave it here. I'm not going to ramble on. Very deep, that 2.5 hours, not dragging it out for 6, 7 hours, 8 hours, 9 hours. But yeah, hope everybody's well. Another real talk. I'm going to do a video. I'll probably, do you know what I might even do? I might charge my phone and then do a video about why you shouldn't take drugs into prison and why, and the warning signs and things like that. I'm going to get, Q's going to do a video. I might ask David to do a video. I'll do a video. And what the aim of the video, when we do the video about why you shouldn't take drugs into prison, if you're being worked over and things like that, it's not to blow up the boys. Understand, we're not trying to blow up prisoners, but I'm for prisoners, right? Not nuns or rapists or grasses, but I'm for prisoners. But what I'm not for and what I don't like is manipulate screws all day, right? Manipulate other prisoners if you have to, right? If that's you could have to, right? I don't not bully. I don't like bullies. But if you're going to manipulate screws to bring contraband in or whatever, fair dues, fair dues. Right? They're giving anti-corruption training where prisoners and women aren't. Sorry, where women aren't. So by doing the video, we're not trying to blow up prisoners. We're trying to educate women that might have low self-confidence, might have a low mood, might be insecure, might have got the head turned, might be struggling and have been offered a X amount of cash. If you're getting offered 500 quid to take a parcel, right, you've got to, if that was me, as someone that's been through the system, you've got to look at the risk and the reward. What drug are we talking? Are we talking prescription medication, 500 quid? No, we won't be. We'll be talking illicit drugs, right? Now, the higher the class of the drug, the more the money should go up. But you're thinking, fucking hell, 500 quid, I could take the kids on holiday for that. I could take them away or whatever. But you've got to weigh up the risk versus the reward. But the thing is, when it comes to prison and smuggling drugs into prison, like I said, for me, there is no reward. I really don't think there is. Because the thing is, once you've done it once, you think, yeah, then you're going to become complacent. You're going to do it time and time again. By taking contraband into prison, you're actually, obviously, it causes havoc within prison. It fuels violence within prison. It fuels bullying within prison. Where you've got contraband, you've got debt. Where you've got debt, you've got fear, intimidation, bullying, and violence. And we've got record levels already. Prison's hard enough, guys, without adding into it illicit drugs and everything. Like I said, I'm not against the prisoners, but I'm against prisoners manipulating single mums. Right, guys, I'm going to fuck off. Cody is out.